Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hotspur, Ireland's #1 Spurs fan, bringing you the watch along for tonight's Carabao Cup third round tie away at the Managerial, Tottenham versus Wolves, where, of course, we look to do one better than last year and go all the way to Wembley, but win that trophy all the way to Wembley and up them stairs and lift that cup. That's how far we want to go this time round, isn't it, Jacko? But how are you, my man?
Keeping well, Dave. Like I said before, I'm actually quite excited for a bit of cup football under Nuno. Maybe it hasn't started off the greatest, maybe in the Europa Conference League, but at the same time, Nuno has done quite well in the past with Wolves, Valencia before, even in terms of even Porto, I think, as well, in terms of his tournament performances. So maybe it's just going to be a whole new team, a whole new Nuno, and we'll actually be celebrating a cup final after the end of this year.
100%. I couldn't agree more. Absolutely love it. Well, look, let's see what some of the Harris Army have to say quickly before kickoff. Ribsy says, on that Spurs official lineup sheet, I wonder why they called Brian Hill Brian instead of Hill. I guess they just let the players choose. They use Royale instead of Emerson as well when he plays. Yeah, I guess they probably do let the players choose.
I think it's because he might be the best Brian in the world at this stage, Dave. There are not many Brians, in the world to compare, to, obviously, there's some great, Brians that are Spurs fans. But, I would say in terms of actual players, he's probably just seeing, there's no better Brian in world football than him.
No, 100%. I couldn't agree more. Adam says, let's tame the Wolves. Come on, you Spurs. Let's feed them, man. They're hungry. Let's absolutely stuff them with 3 goals. That's what I say. Kuva99 says, seems like they're taking pity on us with the team selection. We might just have a chance. Yeah, I don't understand that. A team like Wolves should be going for the cup. It's not like they're going to win anything or qualify for Europe. So I don't understand what he's doing. But look, happy days. Bruno Lage returning to Bruno Lager by the time we're finished. Sue Smith says, hey, going into games expecting to lose, but I have no confidence in our players, bar 1 or 2 exceptions. No, I can understand it, Sue. I can understand it. But look, me and Jack are here to make you feel better about the team. That's our job. Ribsy says, this is it. We're bouncing back in this one. We roll into the scum this weekend. Still a tough ask away there, but we'll give them a crack. Look, Ribsy, get on my express train. We're not stopping at the Emirates. We're rolling right through from one end of the goal to the other, and we're taking the 3 points, my man. Big yourself up. Chris is in the building. He says, come on, you Spurs. Not optimistic about this game, but can't stop supporting the team I support for 31 years. That's what I love to hear, my man.
Come on, Chris.
That's what I love to hear. Big up, Chris. Big yourself up. Dark Sun G says, come on, you Spurs. No easy passes are good, but Hwang will have a field day against Catastrophe 100%. Give me 2 minutes. I'll let Jack off about Hwang. Just give me 2 minutes there, Dark Sun G. Big yourself up. Who else we've got? Mr. Edwards, come on, you Spurs. Come on, guys, give us something to cheer about for once. 100%. I couldn't agree more. And he says, hi, David and Jack. Big yourself up, my man. Old Soul is in the building. Big up, Old Soul. For myself, I look to encourage the lads while they're down. Just my 2 pence worth. Come on, you Spurs. Look, I want to hear everybody's 2 pence worth, my man. Big yourself up. We have Stinky in the building. Stinky Winksy. He says, we lost half our fan base because the only Korean plane is on the other side, lol. No. Look,
come on now.
On the bench. Sonny is on the bench, my man. Who else have we got here? We've got Ian Carter. He says, come on, you Spurs. Tottenham to win by at least 3 goals. Harry to get a shot on target. Look, Harry to get the winner today, my man. We have Tottenham Tantrum says, hey, guys, let's get a win tonight. No winks. I hear, thank God for that. No, none at all. Thank God for that. I couldn't agree more. Let's see who else we have here. We have Romario Caden. He says, end on ball or big yourself up. Who else have we got here? THFC for Life says, yeah, no, look, we expected it, to be honest with you. We expected it. I had a night to get over it about Davies playing. My man Golden Cox says, I got a feeling the lads are coming away with new wolfskin coats for the autumn. Absolutely. 100%, my man. Barrow Miguel Escobardo says, big up, David and Jack. Mary McGee says, come on, you Spurs. We have Daniel Lavanga says, 1-1 Spurs to win on penalties. Good shout. Might stick a fiver on that, my man. Chris Peters says, come on, you Spurs. Nice to see you both again. Nice to see you, my man. Big yourself up. We have Zanuska Ramshundarian. She says, seeing the lineups actually gives me some hope. 100% it does. 100% it does. I can't wait for this. Celery Agent says, come on, you Spurs. Hashtag Harris Army. Big yourself up. Dark Sun G, we need a translator in the building, my man. Can you please let me know whether this person is a woman or a man and what they're saying? Please do let us know because we want to be able to communicate. Big yourself up. We have Rohin Kumar says, we got to smash him tonight, guys. Let's go. Fabio Silva. He even misses more chances than Adama. 100%. Spurs Speed says, nice one to the Irish. And Jack, come on, you Spurs. Big yourself up. Alex Burton says, let's hope for a good win today. Come on, you Spurs. James Jarvis is in the building. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, boys. 3-1 Spurs. Came with a brace. Couldn't agree more. Big up William McKenzie's in the building as well. Shout out to William McKenzie. Says, come on, you Spurs. And Shushan Regni says 12:30 a.m. in Nepal. 3-0 Spurs. Let's go. Big yourself.
Wow. And Nepal. Wow, that's unbelievable.
Yeah,
that's
Nepal.
Unbelievable.
Big up. And Am says, Nuno playing Tanguy for 3 starts on the bounce. Go on, Tanguy. 100%.
Come on, AMC. Look, he knows what I mean.
No, he does. But look, before we let Jack off the chain, guys, make sure you are smashing that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you're new. And why not help support the channel with a super chat, guys? If you're like me, you get impatient. Look, especially at Pick a Mix, you know, and there's only a couple of cola bottles left. You think I'm waiting for some kid to get in there and nick the last few? Think again. I'm paying off the mother and I'm saying they're my babies. You know what I mean? I'm taking them cola bottles. So, guys, feel free to get super chat in and skip that queue. But look, Jacko, take it away. Big up Alejandro Perez as well. And Dark Sun G says, name is Gentle Sharp or Shop, saying Tottenham live. Go, Sonny. Well, me and Jack are live, that's for sure. That's for sure. Big yourself up. But look, Jacko, take it away, my man. Take it away.
In terms of Hwang Hee-chan, Dave, I think what needs to be said is just, you know, the guy is quite dangerous. And I think a lot of Korean fans would definitely agree with me. He had a very, very good spell under Jesse Marsch in RB Salzburg. He was, in fact, you know, one of actually the main strikers that had a lot of success under Jesse Marsch. And then once Jesse Marsch moved over to RB Leipzig, it seemed like, you know, Hwang.
Nearly in. Oh,
yeah. It was.
Sorry, just starting. We are 20. Going on to 25 seconds now,
I'm
guys.
actually, this time, surprisingly, Dave, I'm a bit ahead of you. So I'm actually 50 seconds in. So maybe I'll be leading it this time in terms of maybe some of the up-to-date, you know, developments, which actually makes me a bit happy.
Jacko, try the same website I'm on. See if we can sync up. I'll put it in here now in the private chat.
You didn't do that for me last time, Dave. Just, you know, just letting you know. Lol. But I was going to say is to finish Dark Sun G, Hwang Hee-chan, definitely someone who I would just say, you know, has had success before in the Austrian Bundesliga as well as the German Bundesliga. And then in that case, I do think that maybe if he's going to vitalize that pace that he's used before Hwang Hee-chan, then it is going to be very interesting to see him. Brian Hill here, though, taking it to the byline, should have done a lot better there. He actually should have done a lot better. I don't know what he's trying to do. A very Lionel Messi-like touch there, I would say.
Interesting, Jack. We're starting very high up the field on the front foot. You know, very, very high up in there. Half midfielders getting forward as well. It's great to see, isn't it?
No, it is brilliant to see. It's also a good idea there from Delhi and probably could have just been a bit of a better touch.
What a touch by Brian Hill. The first touch, though, even though when he
first touch was brilliant. I actually, maybe when I look at it on second thought, Dave, actually that pass maybe by Delhi was just a bit too high. It kind of locked it up a bit too long. So when you do think about it, he actually did quite well with it. But yeah, we're starting very much off the front foot, and hopefully we can just repeat, you know, that first half performance against Chelsea in any way. You know, if we are able to do it, I'd be very proud of ourselves. Ait Nouri, taking on our defense. I will say Ait Nouri, maybe it wasn't mentioned before. I actually do think he's actually a decent player, Dave. He's very good on the ball, actually, that guy. So I would say definitely someone we shouldn't be fearful of by any means, Dave, but someone who I do think deserves a bit of respect. Decent space there inside for Daniel Podence. All right, Dave, I'm going to try to sync up here. See if I can pause. I can pause. So maybe what second are you on? What minute are you on?
I'm on 2 minutes, 15 seconds, my man.
Absolutely. All right. Let me know when you hit 2:40, Dave.
Okay. Wolves just trying to ball through there and comfy.
Everybody, if you want to sync with us, you can go to 2:40.
Right, I'm 10 seconds away from 2:40. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
Beautiful, Dave. Beautiful.
Skippy on the ball here in midfield. Skippy back to Sanchez. Has Sanchez got any of them pings in him this time round? And he plays it out wide to Ndombele, dropping deep. He plays Gill in behind.
Oh, he's slapping the back of him. I love it, Hill. This is Dave. We were talking. Oh, that's brilliant, actually, from Hill. That is brilliant. Dave, I wanted to mention this actually on the pre-match pump-up was, you know, you were talking about his pressures, Dave. You know, you were talking about, you know, how much of, you know, he's almost practically a nuisance in the way they kind of goes after players like that. You know, he'll be offside and then he'll run back onside only to make the same run. You know, the energy that maybe you were mentioning in the pre-match pump-up, I think is something that really makes him a spectacular player.
No.
Spurs give it away in a bad position there by Romero.
Back to Romero. Romero too casual on it. Tries to play Sanchez. And Fabio Silva gets on the ball and ends up drawing the free.
Not the greatest pass from Tanguy, I'll say either, Dave. You know,
no, he put him under a lot of pressure there, Jacko.
Yeah, I would say maybe Tanguy a bit too relaxed on that in that regard. But Sanchez, of course, handling it well. Maybe, David, this just shows, you know, what Sanchez, especially if he doesn't get a card here, yeah, well done by Sanchez. Actually, he's been very good at actually kind of neutralizing these moments for us. Of course, we haven't seen Sanchez in a while, but I did like that.
No, look, it was a clever foul, I have to say, but we're creating our own problems there, a problem that we don't need to be creating, you know?
Well said, Dave. Well said. Just to finish my thought on Brian Hill, I was going to say he's almost kind of like a mosquito, Dave, kind of like a pest in that regard when it comes to pressures and when it comes to just, the total energy. It's just probably certain players even are just kind of sick of him to a degree. Hwang Hee-chan with a bit of a whiff. I apologize to Korean fans. Maybe I'm actually quite glad to see that, if I must be honest. A bit of a whiff from Hwang Hee-chan at the top of a box. But it does show, Dave, he probably is eager, to score in this one. He went for an absolute banger there.
No, he definitely did. He definitely did. But kicked absolute fresh air. Dark Sung Ji, I don't know whether you're happy or not to see that, my man, but let me know. Adam says, as long as they don't score, if we go behind, we're screwed, lads. Yeah, 100%. Ribsy says,
Romero being very brave there, nodding it off his own head. A fantastic turn by Harry Kane, world class. And then Gio with just the worst ball I've ever seen.
And this is the problem with Gio, though, Jack. That's a simple pass. That's a simple pass. Like, it's just
he doesn't need to play it either, Dave. It's not like he needs to, Harry Kane created the space and he doesn't need to force to Harry Kane there. It's not like Harry Kane is the paciest guy on the planet either. He played it to him like it was playing to Adama Traore. He was thinking, it's just, I don't know. It just shows sometimes, with Gio, and maybe we've mentioned this before, Dave, but if you're to cater to any player apart from Harry Kane or Sonny in the team, and for me, it's Tanguy, because Tanguy would play that pass. I think Tanguy would find, the right ability there. And I don't know. We're probably reading into things way too early here, but yeah, it's just another example sometimes of, Gio just can definitely do a lot better, Dave.
No, 100%. Big up.
Certain player, I'm not sure who it is. Certain player for Wolves seems to be injured actually already.
No, he does. We have Chris Mostopoulos in the house, says, why is Ali starting again? I don't think we need him so bad. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. I think it's just to have hard-working players in beside Dele Alli, I think, my man. Or in beside Ndombele. Jason Fox in the building says, what time are you guys on? Jo, I'll tell you now, my man. I am on 6 minutes and 1 second.
5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, Dave. What are you on?
Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Perfect.
10,
We're perfect in sync. Perfectly in sync.
That's music to my ears, Jack. Oh, that's music to my ears.
Oh, Dave, I know we get a little hard on when we're perfectly in sync, Dave. We definitely do.
No, but sometimes, it's hard to get in sync for these watch-alongs unless you're in the same studio. And the fact that we can watch everything at the same time now is brilliant.
Yes, brilliant. Sorry, Dave, I interrupted you.
No, you're all good. We have Jason Fox. So there you are, Jason. We let you know what time we're on, my man. David says, Wolves already attacking our left side. Yeah, 100%. They know exactly what side to go down. That's no surprise there. Daniel Anderson says, come on, you Spurs. Big up, Daniel. I hope things are well, my man. Stinky says, what's your time on the clock to sync again?
We're now approaching 7 minutes. We're at 6:55, 6:56, 6:57, 8, 9, 7 minutes now. Now,
there you are, Stinky. Rowan Coomer says, what is up with this ugly kits? Yeah, I haven't a clue. Billy White Lane says, fans are loud out there. Brilliant stream, David. Thank you, my man. Really appreciate that. Jem Mehmet says, remember what score I said yesterday? Or Jem Mehmet. 100% I do, my man. 100% I do. Dark Sung G, just put it in there again to remind me. Dark Sung G says, I think the injured Wolves player is a debut for them. I heard part of the Korean commentary.
Okay. Thank you for letting us know, Dark Sunji. Yet again, always informing us. David, he's practically, I don't know. I mean, Dark Sunji, I would hire you again any second. For any, if I could have you as my fellow stat man, even actually my I would say my boss stat man. The stat man that I would report to, Dave, it would be Dark Sunji. He would probably check my stats, make sure they're all correct before I unleash them. Dark Sunji, it's also good to have you for this one as well. Glad you're 100%. With us. I know it's very early for him too. I think, Dave. I think he might have said it's like 3:30 a.m. or something for Dark Sunji at the moment. So Dark Sunji, as always, big yourself up. True legend fan. I couldn't even imagine having to go what you have to go through in order to watch your team, especially with some of the performances that we've had recently. Dark Sunji, unbelievable fan, unbelievable dedication.
100%. And Jack, is that Willie Bolly or Mascara that's coming off, and Connor Cody coming on already?
I think it might be Mascara. I see Bolly still on the field, actually, Dave. So it must have been that player that was making the debut, and Connor Cody's coming on. That's a real shame.
100%. J-Back Gaming says, if you played FIFA, you would do a Spurs career mode. We will, my man. We'll be delivering that on the Flat Cap Euro Talk. So make sure you get over and subscribe. As soon as FIFA 22 is out, me and Jack will be all over it 100%. Spurs Squad says, the Irish and Jake. It's Jack, my man. Jack, he says, thanks for your shows. It helps us suffering Tottenham Hotspur FC fans. Come on, you Spurs. No, look, especially after the games, man. Look, we just try and do that win or learn segment. Like, you know, if we don't win, there's things we can take and learn from the game and stuff like that. As well as get out about the game, but we always trying to end it off on stuff that you learn. Shamu Van Spurs says, link doesn't work, David. It does, my man. It does. And Ribsy says, nice work, Big Dave. Big yourself up, Ribsy. And Will, the strong man, Stewart says, call for me. Big up, Will. Everybody, make sure you smash that like button, guys. Make sure you are smashing that subscribe button. And why not send in a super chat or two? It really helps support the channel. Shamu, that link does work, my man. It does work. I'm watching on it, and so is Jack as well. So it is working, my man. Brian Hill looking sharp from the off, Jack.
I would say, Dave, I'm actually perfectly in sync with you on ESPN Plus, I would say. So to any of the Americans that want to sync up with me and David, ESPN Plus, if any of you in the U.S. need to watch, that's where you can find it at the moment. It's quite unfortunate we have to go between so many apps for the Americans, but I would say David and I are perfectly in sync, you know, for the first time in a while, you know, because usually they don't allow us to be in sync.
And Romero out first to that. That's what I love to see. That's why we pay.
Also, that tackle by Sanchez earlier was actually, again, well, Sanchez has always been kind of cutting out the danger for us. I don't want to speak too early, but really liking what I'm seeing from him so far, Dave. He's actually been really great at being able to, just neutralize any danger for Wolves. He absolutely sat down Daniel Podence earlier. He
definitely did. I absolutely love to see it. We have Romero on the ball into Skippy. Skippy with two men around him. Evades the ball. Great ball by Skippy. Into Tanganga. Tanganga back to Galini. And Galini, let's see what he's going to do with it. And he plays it short to Sanchez. Come on, Sanchez. Let's get up the field a bit. Sanchez out to Mr. Anonymous.
Let us know, Shamu. Is Skippy, is he more of a Skipinho, a Skipich, maybe a skip off? Let me know, Shamu. I think he's more of a Skipich, if you ask me, because he has a bit of a
ball over the top for Harry Kane. Couldn't find him. Brian Hill picks up the loose ball.
Nice knockdown.
Down to Dele Alli.
Oh, Tanguy.
Yeah, and Dembele. Oh, that's a free kick, referee. You better give that. How is he not giving that? Oh my God. You barged him over. Honestly, if they came through his back doors anymore, he'd be pregnant. That's ridiculous. You can't allow that. That's a yellow card at least, or at least a free kick. At least. He's just juggling the ball around like he's in the circus. Absolutely love to see it, Jack.
No, I mean, David, it's sometimes I think with the referee, he's actually with Tanguy, he embarrasses the other players too much, and actually they just don't, the referee just doesn't allow it at times, just doesn't allow him, to embarrass them too much.
All very loose by Wolves there, and it's a Tottenham throw-in. No, 100%, Jack. He's absolutely schooled him there.
The referee's just taking mercy on the defender there, just saying, listen, I have to give the foul next time, but right now I'm just going to let you get away with that. It's honestly the referees again just continuing to show the other team more sympathy than us.
100%. And Roland McDonald says FIFA 22 is out next Friday, and you best believe I'm all over it, my man.
Jesus, Deli. Come on, boy.
Shamu, it does work. Trust me, my man. I'm on it. Trust me. It does work. Jack, get in touch with me on Twitter, my man. I'm sure I can sort it out for you. Dark Song G says, will you do versus for FIFA career mode? Look, we're going to see how FIFA career mode works on the new FIFA. We're going to try and do one together. If not, look, you'll definitely see matches of me and Jack against each other anyway, that's for sure.
Definitely.
And Dark Song G, will you be playing FIFA? Do you play FIFA, my man? Do let us know. And let us know what FIFA content you want to see me and Jack put out, guys. Let us know. Who else have we got in the building? But big up Dark Song G. We have Stinky says, with the Spurs default roster on FIFA 22, have 3 CDMs. I don't know, my man. I do not know anything about it. I'm not like anybody. I don't get early access. Me and Jack will be going out and picking a copy.
I think he's making a joke about the Crystal Palace lineup, Dave.
Okay. Adam says we need to both win and learn tonight. 100%. I couldn't agree more. I can't put one out, Jack. I cannot put one out, my man. I'll get taken down. And Daniel Anderson says, whether all, what you drinking, Dave? Yeah, just a can of Monster Energy, my man. Just a can of Monster Energy.
Oh, I looked away. Looks like we might have put one away. Sorry, Dave, but you looked away. We're not being good. Watching on people. Who was it?
Tanguy and Dembele, it looks like.
Come on! Endom sex ball.
Endom baller. Endom sex ball.
I need to see this.
Let's see what happens here. Skippy or Kane winning the
pressure by the Tonks. And he
Ndombele with that. Ndombele just presses the living shit out of him, and then he cuts back.
Willie Bolly, I'll see you later. He says, "See you later." I just got to put it through your legs. Happy days.
He does Connor Cody. Connor Cody goes to clear the ball. Tanguy comes through and takes it off him. And then, Willie Bolly, he's straight in. He tries to use his muscle. Tanguy just cuts back and slots one home. 1-0 Tottenham Hotspur. Tanguy Ndombele, baby. Let's go. We are on our way to Wembley this year. I can feel it. Come on, you Spurs. Jack, look, he's a player that, you've been a huge, huge backer of. You're delighted now to see that he's, repaying that fate.
Dave, this is maybe it's the good luck charm. I would say, because normally, especially this early, Dave, I don't really like to have a beer this early because the missus, and even myself, I kind of look down on myself for maybe having a beer this early. But maybe that's a good luck charm, Dave. Maybe that's a good luck charm because this time everybody, Harry Kane putting a decent ball in. Ooh, showed him off the skills there. But I believe to whoever asked, I'm actually drinking an Oktoberfest Märzen. So happy Oktoberfest, or glücklich herzlich Oktoberfest. For alle, and I would say so. Big Oktoberfest. Welcome to everybody.
Card here. This could be a red card here. What an absolute filthy challenge! He went above the ball. Fabio Silva did.
Jaffet's on the ground here.
Jaffet manhandler. He's gone above the ball. Dele Alli is asking. The referee is showing him a yellow. Hopefully VAR looks at this and changes it to a red. It's absolutely disgusting. I've seen reds being handed out for this. Tanganga
I'm glad Jaffet's okay.
But he's looking. Look, he's showing the ref where he caught him. He must be exposed to bare shin pads right now after that challenge. But look, let's get another look at this challenge, and I'll get to the super chats. Jack. That's a red card. You can't be lunging in like that. Honestly, does this guy think he's in SmackDown? Honestly, does he think it's the Royal Rumble or something, Jack, where you can just, come in and slide tackle people like that? It's absolutely ridiculous. Carry on. Absolutely ridiculous. Carry on. But look, let's get to the super chats. We are a small bit behind on them. Spurs 72 says, Jack, you can keep an eye on the game while I go through these, and then you can take and then we can switch it up. Spurs 72 says, since when do we wear a purple kit? Yeah, since someone got an inspiration from Barney the dinosaur, Barney and Baby Bop. That's it. Kieran, no link, my man, no link. Get in contact with me on Twitter. I'll see what I can do for you. Spurs Squad with the super chat doesn't say anything. Spurs Squad, if it was supposed to say anything, my man, do let me know. Put it in the comments and I will read it out. If not, and it's just a donation, really appreciate it, my man. Really, really appreciate it. You're a top man. And big up Spurs Squad. Who else have we got here? Tottenham Tantrum Delighted Sue Smith. Come on, you Spurs.
Big up Spurs Squad. Big up Sue Smith. Big up everybody here. It's good to see a Tongi goal. I'm absolutely ecstatic.
Big up. Stinky says, listening to Purple Rain. Absolutely love that song, my man. It's a great song by Prince. Wolf Mauler says, hello, lads. Big up, Wolfie. William McKenzie, absolutely laughing.
Tongi, not like this.
Ribsy85 with the super chat. He says, everyone negative about the third kit, but imagine getting beat by a team dressed like a cocktail from the 1980s. It would be devastating. Yeah, no, look, it would be devastating being bet by a load of Barney the dinosaurs running around. Honestly, for a big guy like me, right? If I put that on, I will look like Barney, especially with how tight the jerseys are nowadays. I would look like Barney the dinosaur. So it's definitely one I won't be buying. But Ribsy, absolutely love that 100%. A 1980s cocktail. That's a good one. I like that one. Big up, Ribsy. Dark Sun G says Peter Banks is top 3 for worst referees in Korea, Jack.
Wow, I didn't actually know that. That's actually fascinating. Again, Dark Sun G, I would not have known that. I really would not have known that. He has a bit of a funny face, I would say. Kind of sometimes seems to maybe not know maybe what the difference between a yellow card and a red card seems like, Dave. Maybe Dark Sun G is just another situation, where just the team just seems to, find a way to be able to get to the refs either with, financial compensation, maybe, something, given to them at the hotels, Dave. I don't know what it is these days, but just seems like we're the only team that plays by the rules. With the referees, we're the only team that, isn't, seen, given something to the referee before the game. Maybe Dave, I don't know. I thought I saw the referee a bit early there at the Molyneux, probably just hanging out with the fans, having a few beers before. So it's always just a bit unfortunate, just to see that the referees are continuing to be corrupted in this way.
No, it is sad to see. Tottenham on the ball. Tanguy. Let's see what we're going from here. It's Brian Hill out left. Brian Hill into Harry Kane's feet. Harry Kane onto Tanguy. Tanguy with a quick ball into Oh, that's a poor pass, but it's picked up by Ben Davies.
Brian Hill.
Puts
the ball in.
Puts the ball in. Oh, well cleared out by Willie Bolly. And it's gone out for a Tottenham throw-in. Tottenham still on the attack here. Absolutely love to see it. Big up Dark Sun G and Ribsy, my man, for the support. Shamu says, no, there's no more information I can get you, man. It works, lad. I don't know what else I could do for you. Mary McGee says she likes this kit. The Irish Hotspurs hat says, big up, everyone. Big yourself up. A lot of people absolutely celebrate. This is how far we're behind people celebrating the Tangai goal. Absolutely love it. theirishyid wants a FIFA tournament. Well, look, definitely see what we can do. Adam wants pro clubs. Big yourself up, my man. We'll see what we can do. Galini,
everybody, that just gives you more reason. I would say, Dave, I just have to take the moment then. Everybody, if you want the FIFA, if you need the FIFA, it seems like, Dave, they need the FIFA content. You have to go head on over to flatcapeurotalk. There's already too many videos. There's already too much content happening over here. That's why Dave and I came up with our sister channel, our second channel. So just if you need that FIFA, if you're desperate for it, I would say just head on over to Flatcapeurotalk. Almost like kind of getting the pre-release FIFA, Dave. Might as well just subscribe now so you don't miss it. Just get the early release of all of it. So please, 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 we would appreciate the subscribe to our second channel.
Honestly, my ma says, what do you want for Christmas, Jack? I turn around and says, there's only one Christmas day for me, and that's the day FIFA's released. I absolutely can't wait. I'll be running straight down for the first copy. I'm going to be like a kid in the candy shop. I cannot wait. And if there's any kids in front of me, I'm definitely skipping.
Referee.
Galini, the rap god, says, I'm
not allowed to touch Brian Hill like that, sir. Sir, you need a release form in order to touch Brian Hill like that, ref. Again, I need to understand if the referee has left his cups in the office, Dave, or maybe he left them at home, because that is assault. Jesus. Again, Dave, against on Hill Messi as well. This guy's supposed to be the next. He's practically trying to take away his career, Dave. He's trying to injure him. And Jesus, Dave, it's disgusting. Really is disgusting. They're trying to take out a talent there. Daniel Podence probably just jealous of the talent, that Brian Hill has, is probably why he put that challenge on him.
Tottenham with a free kick here, and then we have a super chat from Dark Sun G to get to. Let's see what we can do. It's Endom Sex Ball, and who else? Well, Endom Belly standing over it. Let's see what you can do. Kelly delivering one in. Endom Belly and Hill standing over this.
Barney the dinosaurs in the chat from what I saw.
Yeah, absolutely love it. It's good ball in by Tanga. Not too deep.
Too much on that, Tongs.
Way too deep. Honestly, if there was a McDonald's there, he would have put that in on the penalty spot 100%. Dark Sun G says there is no FAR today. For your information, congrats, Jack, for Tangai.
Yeah, thank you, Dark Sun G. Thank you, Dark Sun G. Hopefully, maybe we could see something maybe for. Again, Sonny's not here, Dark Sun G. So let me know who your second favorite player is, Dark Sun G. It's probably he's very hipster, Dark Sun G, Dave. So it probably might be like a Marcandi or, maybe like an Amole or something might be his favorite player. But do let me know, Dark Sun G, who's one of your second favorite players on the team? Who are you really kind of have a soft spot for, kind of like me for Tanguy, as well. I'd probably say Christian Romero, maybe Harry Kane might be or I'd actually say Jaffet, actually, honestly, probably one of my other favorite players on the pitch right now. But let me know, Dark Sun G, maybe who are you kind of have that soft spot for, maybe if Sonny's not playing.
By the time Manhandler has finished his career, Jack Jaffet, people are going to be
everybody's favorite. He'll be everybody's favorite. He'll be everybody's
about this guy. But big up, Dark Sun G. Really appreciate it. Let's get through a few more comments, and then after this one, Jack can take a few, and then I'm going to chill out and watch the game a small bit. Kuva says we're wearing a purple kit to try and inspire a purple patch, maybe. Yeah, hopefully. Seb Shah says, yo, the main men, big up David and Jack. Big yourself up, my man. Mac is in the building. And Lazy 8 says, just pulled up to the pub off of a rental scooter every time.
Harry Kane is in behind. Harry Kane is in. Harry Kane is in. He buries it. Come on, boys. Come on.
I never thought I'd see this moment again in the Spurs jersey.
Oh.
Come on. Captain
Dele Alli as well. Dele
yes!
Alli as well with the beautiful ball in behind.
Harry. Come on. It's 2-0. Let's go. Game over already.
Oh, Dave, it's like they're answering our prayers. Oh,
Harry Kane. Come on, Jack. You couldn't write this any better. Ndombele for you. Tanguy. Oh, Harry Kane for me.
Oh, what a touch. That touch is sex. That touch is sex.
It's 2-0, Harry Kane. What a ball by Dele Alli.
He doesn't need the pace, Dave. He doesn't need the pace. He doesn't need it.
That's easy. 2-0. Harry Kane is back, baby. Let's have it. No more doubting this guy. Come on. Come on. I'm absolutely loving life.
Lazy eight.
Honestly, I never thought I'd ever see that again, Jack. I never thought I'd see Harry Kane scoring a Spurs jersey again over the summer, with the way things are going on. I'm absolutely delighted. We need to, really enjoy every last goal this guy scores for this club. We really do, and I'm absolutely delighted. Harry Kane, baby, let's go. But big up Nick. Sorry, Jack. Do you want to say something to Nick?
I think he's pulling up to, the pub that'll eventually at one day, maybe when someone can replace either David or I for the watch along, Nick. Maybe you can even join us for one of these watch alongs, I would say, Nikki, as well. But definitely, I would say I can't wait to hit up that pub with you in Brooklyn, especially Brooklyn side. I didn't really want to go Manhattan side, for a Spurs game. You know me, Nick. I think you know what I mean by that.
Referee.
And so, Nick, I hope you're keeping well. Let me know if it was a Lime scooter, if it was maybe something else, that you took over there. Glad to see that you took one of them scooters, traveling safely as well, not driving. Good to see you, Nick, being a very responsible man. Love to hear it. I love to hear it. And also hope you're keeping well, because I know had a bit of a kind of a rougher week than maybe usual. So let me know, Nick. I did give you, some texts, to ask if you're all right. Maybe just let me know how you're doing, just so I know everything's all right with you.
He's doing all good, Jacko. We're Tottenham. We're back to winning ways. Big smile on my face. Honestly, the relief now that I know we're going to win this game. This quick thinking in behind for Harry Kane. Can't be offside from a throw in, of course. Harry Kane tries to get back to Gale and it's a throw in further up the line. Absolutely love this, Jack. Man, the relief that we're winning. Now we can actually sit
here,
back.
Dave, how about you relax? I'll take over maybe the rest of these if you like, so you can maybe sit in a bit of ecstasy here, over it. So maybe I'll just go through the rest of this here while you're at it. Shamu saying, Tanguy is saucy. Did you manage to have a quick word to him? But with pre-kickoff, yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing, Shamu, me and Tanguy, I actually make him his favorite kind of burger. It's a double burger with a bit of bacon, a bit of cheese in between each layer. He doesn't like cheese on top of the burger. He actually likes cheese in between that. And also with Tanguy, he always likes a good double burger as well. He doesn't like the single burgers.
You need sauce on that burger, lad.
I do need sauce, but that's what the Tanguy jerk sauce is for, and everybody knows that. It goes on every Tanguy burger, Dave, is the Tanguy jerk sauce. Beautiful pass by Fine Hill. Fine Hill. Oh, Hill turns inside.
Deli Marty. That's a penalty. Who does it fall to? Brian Hill? Brian Hill Messi? Deli Ali. It fell to Deli Ali. Unlucky. Just couldn't get the finish on it. Maybe we could go for a penalty here on Gil Messi. Maybe there could be a penalty here. Oh, he took him out after the ball. Unlucky, Ali. Just couldn't stay up on his legs and get the finish. Nearly 3-0 Tottenham. Honestly, this is what we want to see. This is the football we want to see. We are back. We are back. Come on.
Love it. No, David, that's fine. You need to have time to celebrate, Dave. You need to have time to celebrate. Relax a little bit. It's been too hectic for us at this moment. I eat Nuri, though, maybe, Dave. Just before I get to the super chat here, sat down by Creedy Romero there.
On the pitch, Jack.
I'm pretty sure that's a goal kick there, ref. I'm not.
Not when Romero's on the pitch. Honestly, it's like he was a bowl of Weetabix and you just hit him up. Love it. Come on.
Tottenham Tantrum saying, Dermot is saying, got FIFA 22 on pre-order. Can't wait. I have a funny feeling that Spurs are on their way to Wembley. Tottenham going to do it again. Great stream, lads. Come on, you Harris Army as well from Dermot. Dermot. Absolute legend, absolute legend as well. Dermot, everybody, Tottenham Tantrum. Dermot will be, we have kind of a show on the works, with Dermot coming out soon. Not going to exactly maybe give you too much information on it before we, bit of a scary chance there. I think it was Connor Cody or someone, Den Donker with a very scary header there. But Brian Hill is through here.
Kill Messi. Let's have it. He pulls
plays Gio here. Plays Gio here. Gio looking for. Oh, Gio!
Oh, he sits up. Oh, good recovery from Connor Cody. I have to say,
trips over himself. Gio trips over himself. Trips over the ball.
Philip Brady in the comments telling me to calm down. Philip, I can't. Tottenham are back winning again. This is what life is all about, my man. This is what life is all about.
2-0. 2-0. Come on, Philip. Like we got, it's not 1-0. Usually we get this excited over 1-0, Dave. It's 2-0 at the moment. The boys are absolutely running them riot, I would say. But Tottenham Tantrum saying, come on, you Harris Army. He's got the FIFA 22 in the bag, Dave. Can't wait to play Dermot in FIFA in the future here. But as well, Dermot, really true legend. And everybody, remember the name Dermot, because we will be having him on a show in the future. And as well, please subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's just come out as well as his Twitter, Tottenham Tantrum, as it says right there. So please, everybody, check him out. Absolute legend of the Harris Army.
No, big up, Tottenham Tantrum. Really appreciate it. Big yourself up, Dermot, my man. Look, are you on Xbox One or are you on PlayStation? Let me know. If it's Xbox One, We're playing a few games, my man. We're definitely playing a few games. Big yourself up there. Dark Sun G says Tanganga and Skip. Obviously, I like their impacts, Jack.
No, I think as well, Japhet and Skippy, of course, they're both, Dave, they were practically born with Spurs shirts on them. I think it's hard to even remove, the Spurs shirts from their skin, at times because it's so embedded into them. I would say they absolutely are the impacts that we've needed into the squad. And also Japhet, the way that he sat down Fabio Silva and then also was able to take on that challenge as well, their red card challenge. I would say love Japhet. Absolutely love Japhet.
No,
what a legend.
100%. Big up that.
Totally agree. And also Dark Sun G, thank you again for producing some of these youth academy players in the way that you have. I know Dark Sun G always plays a bit of a role in it because he knows about the youth academy prospect before the rest of us. But Harry Kane here in the middle of the park, finding Brian Hill here. Brian Hill on the right-hand side, looking for someone, finds Harry Kane. Harry Kane going through the middle with a beautiful, the composure, Dave.
Just
the composure.
That's sexy. And the ball's absolutely ballooned out of play.
Daniel Podence is now injured, it seems like, as well.
He shouldn't be eating McDonald's. Look, they're running around like they're huffing and puffing, Jack. They're ridiculous. Just before we get to that super chat, Coney Max says, Will bet me Wolves would win. He's going to have to shave. No, 100%. Look, if you're going to work yourself into things like that without realizing, Wolves weren't going to go with the strongest team, he deserves to shave that beard. 100%. Tell him to get it off, Cody. Wolf Mauler
Let us know if we'll still finish below them as well, Cody. Let me know if you think we'll finish below them as well in the comments down below. But as well, Dark Sun G saying, good to have you as well, Cody. Good to have you in the chat. Hope you're feeling well. Hope you're as ecstatic as David and I, over those 2 goals, seeing our 2 absolute heroes scoring for us. So hopefully, maybe Cody, you'll see someone maybe that's your hero on the pitch, probably score for you as well. But Dark Sun G, David saying, David, congrats. You must be ecstatic and happy.
No, honestly,
more than happy. I would say ecstatic is a great word. Ecstatic is a great word, but more than happy.
My missus couldn't even give me a hard on like this. It's just great to see Harry Kane back scoring. Honestly, it really is. Honestly, it's made my day. It's made my week. Nothing can bring me down off this high. Genuinely, I thought I wouldn't see this again over the summer. In my heart, I was saying he's going to stay. But there was concerns I wasn't going to see this again, especially with the way he started off. And to see my man back, Jack, I was saying sometimes he just starts slow. You have to understand that. The man just takes time to get into a rhythm. He's absolutely saucing out here today. And I'm just delighted to see him back. It's an old-fashioned Harry Kane goal. Dele Alli finds him. Kane runs in behind. Great first touch. And just slides it in. Absolutely brilliant, Dark Sun G.
All the boys are saucing.
I am over the moon. Good ball across the box. Unlucky. Spurs squad with their super sticker. Jack, do we know what it is?
Let me check on it. Yeah, let me check on it. I'm seeing it's a bird jumping up and down saying, ha, 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 Dave, you must be having a good time, Spurs squad. Also, as well, Spurs squad, we really have appreciated, the donations as well. Really do appreciate the support. Do let us know maybe if that original super chat that you did send in was supposed to have a super sticker, was supposed to have something, because Spurs squad, we do want to make sure we didn't miss it. So do let us know. But Legend Spurs Squad, really do appreciate you. And that's a great super sticker. That's a great super sticker. I think we're all feeling the same way as that bird is jumping up and down like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Paul Markey saying, I play you at, I think it's intended for you, Dave, here.
What's Sabutio? I haven't a clue what it is, Paul.
I have no idea what it is, Paul. I have no idea.
Let me know and I'll play you. Do let me know and I'll play you. But do let me know what it is. I haven't a clue what it is. I haven't a clue, my man. I'm sorry to say it. Look, I only play one game, and that is FIFA, my man. I'm a bit of a boring guy. I really am. Outside of this YouTube business, I am boring. I like to be, doing my own thing. I stick to what I know, the one game, which is FIFA. Apart from that, So I'm a bit of a boring guy, but big up, Paul Markey. Do let me know what
Lazy, it's good to know everything is still well. I'm glad everything is a bit better for you. So do let me know, maybe Lazy 8, maybe the next time we can meet up to reschedule, but no pressure at all, and also no rush at all. But I just like to see you, actually, Lazy. I just like to see you. Skippy!
Skippy rolling through the middle. Unlucky with the ball in behind. Great play by Skip. Who's questioning Skippy? Who has been questioning Skippy? This guy does exactly what it says on the tin. You put him in midfield, you get him to do what Winks does, but then you do it with a bit of aggression. He can get the ball, picks it up, rotates it, but then he gets absolutely stuck in. And that's what I love to see.
Oh, he received it on the half shoulders there. Well, he received it on the half shoulder there, Dave, too, as well.
Yeah, but see, this is what I've been saying about Harry Winks. He won't take the ball in the half turn. And who played that absolute shit pass?
That was Tongi.
He must be tired. Is he tired already, Jack?
I mean, with the way he's sauced on the defenders, Dave, I'm going to give him a bit of a break, but it does seem like, Tanguy, while he's mixing his players, Dave, he's given some hospital passes out there at the same time. So I am a bit disappointed, but I think that just sometimes comes with, the ability that Tanguy has. He just kind of is on another level sometimes.
No, 100%. Big yourself up. We have Stinky with the super chat, says the guy on the left looks exactly like the guy I saw on Tottenham TV, only this one has Asian eyes.
Okay. Not really.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean there, Stinky. I don't know what you mean there. No, but yeah, no, I was over at the game or doing the game for the boys on Tottenham TV. For the Carabao Cup in the City game for the final on the watch along. My man, big yourself up, Stinky. Really appreciate that, my man. Really appreciate that. I think he may be saying, that I'm just absolutely smiling that my eyes.
Yeah, maybe I would say maybe Stinky, maybe a bit better terminology, please, next time. But maybe you meant something a bit different by it. But I would say, Stinky, yeah, no, we're absolutely ecstatic. And as well, I would say, Stinky, hopefully, you're just feeling as good as David and I are after this, 2 goals. I think everybody's absolutely on the moon right now, Stinky. Hopefully you're on the moon as well.
No, he definitely is. He's definitely on the moon. I know that for sure. Big up, Stinky. Really appreciate the super chat, my man. William Kelly says, great performance so far. Dele and Fiona passing at times is horrendous. Ndombele is excellent. Who's Fiona? Who we nicknaming Fiona? But absolutely. Yeah, look, Dele, he's been playing well, I suppose, to be fair. And Ndombele, he has been absolutely brilliant so far, to be fair. He's breaking the lines, his goal, which, a lot of
maybe
people...
Brian Hill. I think Brian Hill might be Fiona. Maybe Brian Hill is Fiona. Yeah, I would say he's actually more like a viola, I would say, William Kelly. He's like a beautiful instrument, very expensive viola. In fact, Dave, certain violas probably do cost around 30 million pounds plus Lamella. I would actually, probably pay, 30 million pounds plus Lamella for a certain kind of viola. So that's actually the type of football he even plays, Dave.
That was great midfield play by Ollie Skip to win that back. Unlucky. We are absolutely saucing. This is great to see. Look, hopefully, we can do it again for the next 45 minutes. But I have to say, Jack, playing on the front foot, winning the balls, turning them over, we're looking so comfortable here tonight. I have to say, we've been absolutely brilliant. And it's great to see. This is the Tottenham we want to see, though, isn't it? But first of all, before I let Jack answer that, William Kelly, my man, appreciate it. Ndombele has been absolutely excellent. William Kelly, though, are you delighted to see Harry Kane score? I need to know. I'm excited to see Harry Kane on the score sheet, my man. Absolute legend. Big up, William Kelly. Everyone else, feel free to get your super chats in to help support the channel. And it does skip you straight to the top of the queue. Make sure you are smashing that like button, guys. And make sure you are smashing that subscribe button. Kevin Ferguson says, watch Dele passing, David. He is a weak link. No, he can be. He can be. It's a bit sloppy, but he is. Look, Dele Alli today is playing a bit of a role where him and Skip are the legs in and around Ndombele, which is allowing Ndombele to be Ndombele. So it's a bit of a different role. But Kevin, I do share your concerns, my man. I do. Ian Ferguson says Tanganga just bullying folks out there. Honestly, it's great to see. I love it. Old Soul says the lads just have to play together and get their rhythm and gel. It's a bit like what we were saying on the pre-match pump up, my man. That's all it takes. We just need to get it. Gel, get the partnerships back together. Tottenham, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy played a beautiful instrument, Jack.
They're playing the viola. They're playing the viola, absolutely. And Cuti Romero, again, referee, that's a goal kick. It went off his leg. So, referee, let's start paying attention to the game here. But I would say, Ribsy and everybody who's, we're playing viola, beautiful hill football. It's a Hiliola football at the moment right now.
No,
honestly.
100%.
Playing absolute sex ball at the moment.
Ribsy says Davies couldn't tackle a 9-year-old. No, 100%. Sanuska says, so glad to see the boys playing like this. Hope they can keep this up in the second half. No, 100%.
Big up Sanuska. Real legend, Dave. She's a real legend.
She is. She's a real
one. And now
Tottenham evening, lads. David, you sent to Twitter with a link to Sabutio, buddy. Okay, yeah, no problems, my man. Yeah, I get it. Stinky said
Dave Wolves did just score,
Oh, Connor Cody.
It was Dendonker, actually. He did it earlier. He's actually really dominating us on these corners. Earlier.
That's shocking. Who's that?
Tanguy again, Dave.
Oh, Tanguy.
He didn't even jump. A bit of a Dele moment there. Why is he lifting his leg? It's use your head, use your mind. He doesn't want to wipe a day. Oh, he doesn't want to wipe the blonde off of his hair, from the header, Dave. That's a bit. Tongi, come on now. Especially Dendoncker, I would say. I don't know what is up with our corner markings, Dave, but Dendoncker is the one that is going to be the one they're aiming for. Even earlier, we saw like he had a very good chance. So I'm a bit confused in that regard. I am a bit confused why, somebody like Tongi is on him, but Jack, hopefully we can get our assignments better.
It's lazy. It doesn't matter.
He should not be winning that. He should not be winning that.
Not even that. He's lifting a leg. Go for it with your head. It's not even that leg high. And even if you're putting your boot up around there, you're going to give away a penalty. Use your bloody head. It's bleached enough. Jesus Christ. Stinky says they made a tactical mistake. Should have put Huang Chi on the right versus Davies. Jaffet will eat him up for a snack. Dark Sung Ji, if you're watching, my man, let us know what you think of what Stinky is saying here about maybe switching Huang on the wings. Big Papa says Deli in. He's playing his role well. William Kelly says, I ordered the new kit. Can't wait for it to arrive. Man, is it that beautiful, sexy all-white one they were playing in the other night? Let me know what kit you've ordered, my man. Let me know what one it is. If it's the beautiful, sexy all-white one, big yourself up. And I'm so jealous, my man. But big yourself up, William Kelly. Kev Ferguson's big up, David. Big yourselves up. And a lot of people absolutely annoyed here about the Wolves goal.
That's horrible from Tongi. That is horrible. That is horrible from Tongi, I would say.
Look, it gives them something to come out for in the second half and fight. So now it's a question of, can we keep this energy up for the full 90? It's a big question now. So I don't know. Look, it's our own doing. It is our own doing. Dark Sun G says Hung will be fine on either side. No, 100%. Big up Dark Sun G. But let me know what you think of the goal there, Dark Sun G. That Wolves are after scoring. Pretty poor defending by Tanguy. Ian Ferguson said just ordered that Galaxy kit last night. Can't wait. Already have the all white shirt. So nice. It definitely is, my man. Dusty Tones in the building. Like smacked. Absolutely love it, my man. And Slow Jamrod, we're all over the place at the moment. Keith Hicks says, I always buy the replica kits for Tottenham. Not feeding this club a penny till things change. No, fair play, Keith.
Well done.
Kane says, what does Lo Celso do? This guy is garbage. And Tottenham Tantrum is telling everybody, get the likes and subs to the guys. Big yourself up.
Really appreciate it,
man. Really appreciate that. Jack, what do you make of Lo Celso so far?
It's a bit, maybe at the moment, Dave, where, he's the one that's playing a bit further forward anyway, actually, for the moment, Dave. So
it's beautiful by Tanganga.
You would think that he actually would probably have a greater impact. Again, I kind of said this, Dave. I had a feeling that Tanguy, of course, would be playing in the center of the park for us. But I kind of hoped that it would actually be Lo Celso playing, in the center of the park, because Paul Markey was even saying, Dave, he thinks that he's better at a number 6 instead of that number 10 role for us. He's better playing in the middle of the park than he is playing kind of as a number 10 role for us. So I would say I'm kind of a bit disappointed to see Gio put a bit further out wide, but it might just be because he has maybe a bit better work rate, kind of pressing the back line. He also is, left-footed as well, which definitely does help. I think a lot of times, especially going forward, we must admit, left-footed players are very useful.
Yeah.
So I would argue maybe that's why maybe he's put out there, but I think Tanguy would be much better served if he were able to be put a bit further forward instead of being put in the middle of the park. And then we could put Gio in the middle of the park. But Paul Markey, maybe let me know. I kind of agree with you. I think actually Gio would be better at that number 6 position for us. Or even a number 8 position.
Second half, it's definitely an option we can take without having to make a substitute if Ndombele is tiring. It's definitely an option you can take. Drop Lo Celso deeper and put Tanguy up further up the field. So it'll be interesting to see.
Might be actually what they're going for, even potentially, is they just kind of use Tanguy, as much as they can until they have to, move him elsewhere or even take him off the pitch, to let him go get his burger, his mid-game burger, Dave. So I would say maybe. Oh, but Gio getting wrecked by Ayet Nouri there, which is a bit.
Jesus Christ, Gio. Honestly. And look at him just sauntering back, Jack. That's what's annoying me, is he's just sauntering back. Like, does this guy realize he's had a 10-day holiday in Croatia, no? You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, put some effort in.
Jesus, Gio. Like, yeah, that's a bit. I rate, but David, I did say Ayet Nouri does have the techers. I did say it before. He is actually quite good on the ball, but still, I would say I think even Tanguy would do better there. In terms of Tanguy, actually, in terms of battling somebody on the floor, for kind of actually winning a ball back, he's not actually too bad, Tanguy, but clearly, obviously, made a huge mistake earlier. Gio, though, picking the ball up in the middle of the field here, plays it for Harry Kane.
Let's go.
Jaffet.
Getting into Tanganga. Oh, unlucky. I was just going to say there, that was a good chance for Tottenham, it was a good chance for Jaffet, but I was just going to say there, Wolves are starting to get into this game, which is a bit concerning. But Gio got lucky with that pass off to Kane. Let's see how close Tanganga really was. Oh, that was close. Jaffet manhander. I can't wait for this guy to score. Oh, he knows it was a chance himself. I think
that actually was a lot closer than we probably even. That was actually unlucky not to hit the bar. I think that was very unlucky not to hit the bar. I actually kind of like that finish, Dave. I actually wish players went for that a bit more often. Kind of just roofing the net. Kind of finish. Yeah. Just kind of hit as hard as you can. Hopefully, you get the get the angle right. Jaffet actually quite clever by him, I will say, but he is a clever guy, so I'm not surprised.
Good run by Jaffet. A lot of people saying he doesn't get forward. Well, he's furthest man forward there on the overlap.
Well, here's the stats with Jack, Dave. Here's the stats with Jack. Jaffet, in fact, I believe he has the second most crosses or switches of play. It might be one of the two. He has one of the most crosses in our team, Jaffet, and he's played as a defensive right back for us, and he actually has some of the most crosses on our team for us. Not saying he's the most accurate guy when it comes to crossing it, but still has some of the most crosses for us, which is just a sign of the type of player that he is, Dave.
No, it really is.
So I would say he does get more forward than people give him credit for, is what I would maybe argue. Just statistically, he gets more forward than people give him credit for.
Yeah. No, I'd agree with that. No, look, all he has to do day in, day out is just keep practicing them crossing, and he'll become a real player. Honestly, he has the mindset, he has the tenacity, he has the strength. Yeah. He already reads the game so well for such a young, tender age of football. And I just think he's absolutely brilliant. And honestly, I still watch him grappling up Wilfried Zaha. It's unbelievable. I absolutely love what he done to Zaha. It goes in with the corner kick. Oh, Wolves winning the first header again, which is really annoying. They've recycled it. It's another ball back into the box. Another free header in the box for Hwang. He really should have scored. He really should have scored that. Another free header. That's 2 free headers on the trot for Wolves in our own box. We really need to get a grip with this. We can't keep letting them, get to the first ball in the box, because eventually we will be punished again. So we need to work on that. We need to concentrate a bit more, more desire, more hunger to go and win that first ball.
Paul Markey saying here that totally agree, Jack. Gio is a number 6 and not a number 10. Yeah, I mean, the more and more I watch Gio, I will say maybe the point is that he does know how to work hard off the ball. I would say maybe his defensive capabilities, considering how much Nouri maybe destroyed him there, I would say maybe I'm not as confident. But I would argue he knows how to work hard off the ball, especially more than Tanguy does, I will admit. He definitely knows how to work hard off the ball. And so maybe with that bearing in mind, and him not being nearly as good creatively as Tanguy and nearly as good on the ball as Tanguy, that probably is a reason to switch them, in my opinion. But that's just me. But I do agree, Paul, he might actually be better served in that number 6 that you're talking about, Paul. So totally enjoy that you've actually enlightened me on this regard, Paul, because I've been trying to find a position for Gio for a very long time. And so hopefully maybe his last chance really to a degree is probably playing him in that number 6.
100%. Couldn't agree more. Big up Paul Markey, my man. Really appreciate the support. Everyone, make sure you are smashing that like button, guys. Make sure you're smashing that subscribe button if you are new. The big push for 5K is on, guys. And look, why not send in a super chat too to help support the channel? But big up Paul Markey. VKK, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, my man. Do let me know. Do break it down in the comments, because me and Jack do like to get the pronunciations right. I'm going to go with Ravika K. Jack, I don't know what you're going to go with, but he says, as an Indian, it would be amazing to see Makande in the team. Very few South Asians make it to the top. Also, can Gio not fall to the ground so often? What would you say? What would you say to Ravika, Jack?
I honestly, Markandi is absolutely he's tearing it up at the moment. I mean, the guy could not be more on fire, Dave. I mean, you could practically cook an egg on him. He's so on fire at the moment. I would say so. And Dark Sun G, I would say Ritvika K, or I think it's Ritvika K. I would say Dark Sun G has been hyping up this guy for a while. He's kind of a bit of our youth scout, to a degree on the insides of the academy. Who's doing well, who he trusts, and whatnot. And Markandi has definitely been on our radar, I would argue. He's been absolutely on fire. I would love to see him play more often. He did play I think he played a full 90 minutes in his recent game for the under-23s. So that is a bit unfortunate, Ritvika case. I don't see him featuring too much for this match. But maybe in a future Carabao Cup match, we could probably see him do something for the boys here. But definitely would say, especially for the South Asian community or the South Asian nations, I would say it's very nice probably to see somebody kind of represent in that regard, at least, especially because a lot of talent is definitely coming out of, South Asia and East Asia at the moment, I would argue. So it's really good to say, or it's really good to see. What do you say? Also, can Gio not fall on the ground so often? Yeah, I would definitely agree as well.
Yeah.
I definitely agree as well. Rafika K. I like to see that maybe she's not the biggest fan of Gio. So it's good to see. That's good to see, Rafika.
No.
But also, like I said, Markandi is absolutely on fire at the moment. And I think we're all very happy to see that.
No, 100%. And look, I definitely think, look, all McCandy has to do is just keep plugging away, keep doing what he's doing. He will get his break. And with the form he's on, I'm sure he's going to take it. It's good to see you're a huge fan of him as well. The youngsters and that. Absolutely love to see it. And I agree with you. Very few South Asians do make it to the very top level. And you know what I mean? And hopefully this guy can, be a trailblazer for that. And look, Gio, the guy, honestly, it's like he's on dancing on ice. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to call him Bambi if he keeps it up because he's just always hitting the ground. I couldn't agree more. But big up, Ravika. Really, really do appreciate the super chat.
Really appreciate you.
Way too kind.
Love the Markandi hope as well. It's good to see that she's very excited by, what Markandi's doing. So Radvika, me as well, and as well as Dark Sun G, as well as, I know plenty of people in the Harris Army are very excited by what Markandi is doing, especially people like Dark Sun G who do pay attention to the Youth Academy. I would say anybody that's been paying attention to the Youth Academy knows that this guy has been absolutely on fire. So Radvika, we're all absolutely delighted.
100%. Big up, Ravika. Really appreciate that.
Going to halftime now, Dave.
Yeah, halftime. It is halftime. It is Tottenham Hotspur 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Of course, the goals for Tottenham Hotspur, Ndombele, and the greatest name, King of the Lane, best number 10 in world football, Harry Kane, of course, is on the score sheet. It's absolutely made my day. It's made my week. And for Wolves, it's Dendoncker on the score sheet from them from a corner kick. But look, Jack, first of all, let's break a bit down about the first half, and then I do want to ask you, we can't really afford to sit back this half. Wolves are creating chances, and they will eventually take another one. But look, Jack, the first half, how do you think it's gone, my man?
I think it's gone really well. In fact, I would say we probably could maybe do with a bit more. The chances we've created have been fantastic chances. I would say clear-cut chances. You might even say, especially in Harry Kane's case, that touch that he took was absolutely world class. But I would say, just moments like that when we were able to open up, Wolves in such a way really gives me good hope, Dave, because if we're able to play a team like that through the middle, especially we did it with Tanguy too, being able to break a team down like that through the middle, Dave, is always a very good sign because usually, even most teams, they try to, fashion a goal somehow, maybe working it out wide, maybe then working it back through the middle and whatnot. But it seemed like we were able to absolutely slice them through the middle in the beginning of the game, which I think is very good signs for maybe either the Nuno tactics or just the players being absolutely in gel with each other. It's probably a bit of both, you might say. But I'm very excited to see that we're able to break teams down through the middle. There's no better way to break a team down, Dave. I mean, that's the best way to score, consistently, get the best chances is to do it through the middle like that. So I would say I'm very excited by that. It seemed like we maybe tailored off a bit. That's probably just because Wolves went into a bit of desperation mode, I would argue. They're playing a very good team, Dave. They are playing, to a degree, one of their better 11s. Maybe a Bar, Jimenez, or Adama Traore is probably the two main players that they're kind of leaving out for this one. But apart from that, they have a decent 11 in. So I would say, I think we're actually performing quite well because, this is, again, apart from maybe Jimenez or Traore, Dave, this is basically, the Wolves 11 that we practically played the other night or exactly a month ago. So you think about it in those terms, I think the boys have been playing very well. I'm very, very, very disappointed in Tanguy for how he defended that corner. I really think it should be 2-0 up, regardless of maybe the chances that Wolves have created for themselves. I feel like that was an absolutely horrible defending. And really, maybe we should learn that, Tanguy either should not be put in the box, which I know, again, is probably very, very frustrating to say that we continue to cater to the guy, but he either shouldn't be put in the box or we should put someone else on Dendoncker because clearly they're aiming for Dendoncker, Dave. So that's all I can say. I'm very, very excited with the boys. I really feel like they're doing it the right way this time. I think we're playing actually maybe a bit more attacking football than even maybe people are surprised by. I would say also our possession figures are a lot higher than I thought they would be. considering that, I know Wolves are a team that actually really like to dominate possession under Bruno Laga. So I would say, I don't know, Dave. I mean, I would give that first half, maybe at first I would have given it like a 9 out of 10, an 8.5 out of 10. Maybe after that Tanguy kind of moment and maybe some other kind of scary moments from some of our players kind of hurting ourselves, maybe a 7.5, 7 out of 10. I would probably say, Dave, really, really solid performance so far.
No, I couldn't agree more. Look, I do think it's been very solid performance. Look, Wolves went a bit gung-ho, after they went 2-0 down, they were flooding men forward, and that's where the chances were coming from. But look, this is where we need to settle now at halftime. Get on the ball early in the second half, because look, last thing we want is what happened against Chelsea, is let them come straight at us early in the second half and they took the game over like that. We cannot allow that to happen. We now have to be able to get on the ball and it's important we keep ball for the first 10, 15 minutes, or start off the way we started off the first half, on the front foot and get at them. Look, I'm in no doubt. I do think we need another game to put this game to bed. I do think we need another goal, and hopefully it does come. Look, we started off very well, very aggressive, pressing on the front foot, and the people can't argue, but it's the Tottenham we want to see. Tottenham playing football, Tottenham going forward. And, absolutely brilliant to see Ndombele and Harry Kane get on the score sheet. It's going to be absolutely amazing for their confidence. Our two most creative players in the team. Obviously, when Son comes back in, it'll be 3. But it's important for the confidence, that these guys, they kick on from here. And it's absolutely brilliant to see. But the second half, it's really important. This is an important 45 minutes of this season, in my opinion. Because, look, nobody wants to go out of this cup. We want to go for the trophies. We want to win them. We were crying for trophies at Tottenham. We got hurt in the final last year, and I want to put that right. I want to go all the way this year. We have the North London Derby coming around the corner. That could be a complete turning point in the season for us, the confidence that can bring. So we need to hold in, dig in, and get this result. We have to do it this half. But, Jack, any sort of players out there in the first half that you think maybe, Nuno could be looking at maybe making a substitute with? But before I let you answer, guys, 130 people watching us right now, which is absolutely insane. It's mad. Guys, make sure you do smash that like button, guys. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you are new. We do everything from watch-alongs to previews, reviews, player ratings, latest Tottenham news. You name it, we've got it covered here. So, guys, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And also get over to flatcapeurotalk, the home of Jack, where he covers everything, all European football, all top 5 leagues and beyond. Scout reports on Kim Min-jae and players like that Tottenham have been rumoured with in the past. So, guys, make sure, and Champions League watch-alongs. And we're doing a watch-along for Dortmund versus Mönchengladbach on Saturday, guys, as well. So make sure you smash the subscribe button on that. Guys, make sure you also get your super chats in. It's a great way to help support the channel, and it skips you to the very, very top of the queue, and we'll get straight to your comment, guys. But look, honestly, I'm absolutely delighted. We're winning. I'm celebrating here with some tropical juice. What more do you want? It's a good day when Dave's on tropical juice because it's too healthy for me. But we're winning when I'm on that stuff. It's good.
It is good, Dave. It is good, Dave. I would say maybe if any halftime substitutions, I don't think we'd make them right away. This is kind of funny, Dave. Now we're in a situation, Dave, where I wouldn't make actually a substitution right away. We kind of found like maybe after the past few games, there needed to be changes, made right away. And so in this regard, I would probably argue, I think it might be Dane Scarlett. I would probably put in at some point. In fact, especially if it's only 2-1 up, I would say you want to get that insurance goal. You don't want to let them take it to extra time. So I would say put on Dane Scarlett, keep Kane on, and maybe take off someone like Gio, maybe even Tanguy or something. It would be a pain to take off Tanguy, in my opinion, but probably someone, at least in the midfield, kind of like a Gio or a Tanguy, and put on Dane Scarlett. So maybe you can put him alongside Harry Kane, let them work together, and then maybe create a goal for either of them. Either, Dane Scarlett sets up Harry Kane, or Harry Kane sets up Dane Scarlett. But I would say I think that would be maybe the right substitution to make, in my opinion, if you ask me.
Look, for
I don't know what other substitutions I would make, especially because if we got desperate, I think we put on maybe someone like Højbjerg or Sonny. I would say I think Dane Scarlett has to be the first substitution, if you ask me, Dave. Has to be the first substitution, if you ask me.
No, look, I think if we go 3-1 up, for me, I definitely think you play a bit of Dane Mbappe. No extra time today, of course, Jack. It does go straight to penalties after.
Right. Thank you, Dave. Thanks for reminding me. Sorry about that.
No. So, look, it's a dodgy one. Look, last thing we want to be doing is conceding in the last few minutes and letting it go to penalties, especially after Nuno making maybe substitutions. One
Yeah.
thing I know is I definitely don't want Son appearing off the bench. Not with the injuries that the guy has, Jack. You know, I definitely can't have Son appearing off the bench. But look, I'm just going to go to the Jacks and I'll be back in 1 minute. So let's just take some of the comments here.
No, I'm definitely taking them right now. A lot of people are very happy with Romero. I would say Romero has looked very, very impressive. But I would say, in my opinion, he's definitely had a few kind of shaky passes. But I think that just has to relate to the fact that he's actually a very aggressive defender in that regard. He actually likes to play that pass right after he wins the ball back. He actually likes to play a bit of a dangerous pass. Maybe that's something he has to take a bit out of his game, but it's also kind of a good asset to his game as well, because then it allows us to actually break the lines a bit quicker, maybe even give it to somebody like Tanguy, who, you know, would be able to do the right thing with it. So I would say it's kind of like a risk, not always worth taking. Maybe with Romero, it's something again that I think he could do a bit fewer or a bit less often. But at the same time, it's not something that I would want to take out of his game entirely. So I do kind of agree. I think Romero has looked very classy. He's looked impressive, and then Sanchez, I would actually say, is an absolute stud so far. He's looked very, very solid for us. He's even a bit of a leader. He shouts a lot. Seems to be pointing, you know, at people, you know, what they need to do better next time. It's like a whole new Davinson Sanchez. It really is. It's like a whole new Davinson Sanchez, in my opinion. Gem Mehmet saying Romero ain't looking too impressive. I would say maybe true, and that's probably what I was touching upon. Maybe he's had a few kind of hospital passes, in my opinion, if you ask me. Kane the long shot saying opinions on Sanchez and Romero just gave them. Sorry about that, Kane the long shot. Ripsy saying, not yet, Jacko, straight to pens. Yeah, it's actually a bit unfortunate that we have to do that. So I would say, Ripsy, I think we should go for a bit of an insurance goal. Maybe bring on Dane Scarlett, if you ask me. And a super chat coming in from William Kelly. Big yourself up, William Kelly. He's saying, watching match on BN Sports. Played well in the first half. Let's see how second half goes. Please don't fall to pieces, Spurs. Yeah, really, I would say, especially with the hype that we were given in the first 30 minutes of William Kelly, you know, the absolute sex, absolute beautiful football that we were playing really was actually, you know, Nuno sex ball, what we were watching out there. So I would say, hopefully we can continue more of the same. Maybe we're a team that just starts first half very well. Maybe a bit kind of related to the Jose Mourinho era, where we kind of start very, very hard in the first, 20 minutes or 15 minutes. But I would say hopefully we can kind of continue on maybe what we were working on in the first half. I hope the boys know that they need that insurance goal, because I would say, especially in cup competitions, you always need that insurance goal just to take the other team out of the match, take the other team out of the game. So hopefully William Kelly will see that. But yeah, William Kelly, let me know if you think we'll be seeing more of the same of the first half. We kind of tailed off a bit, you know, I would say in the last 10 or 15 minutes, but I think that really just has to do with, you know, that Tanguy goal. I really, you know, as much as I love Tanguy, as much as he got us that goal, he really did give up that second goal, because Dendoncker has no business. It's even if Dendoncker wins it, like Tanguy still could have made it a whole lot harder for him. He really could have made it a whole lot harder for him. You know, he could have made it easier for Lloris to save, whatever it would be. I just don't think any defender should be winning a header and scoring from that range, especially like he was almost at the top of the box from where he hit it from with his head. So I'd say William Kelly, Tanguy definitely maybe needs to give us another goal, or maybe in some regard, we just need to do a lot better defensively, if you ask me. But all I can say is, you know, it should be 2-0, even despite the chances that Wolves had. I would say that was an absolute gift given to them. So very disappointed in Tanguy in that regard. A lot of people saying Romero looks great, which I'm actually very happy to see. I would say it's good to see that Romero is looking good. I would just say he just needs to maybe cut out a few of the hospital passes at first. But like I said before, it's also maybe part of his game. When he was playing at Atalanta, he played in the middle of a back three, a back five. And he was able to play those very dangerous passes. He was able to actually kind of break the lines to a degree, because also Atalanta typically only played with two midfielders. So it kind of makes sense. He's almost like a bit of like a hybrid center back. I forget what they call it. It's not a regista, but it's a whatever name they call that type of center back in a back three. It's kind of that player that has to be able to have a bit of a pass on him, and is willing to make a bit of those brave passes, you know, through the middle. He could do a bit better with it, but all I can say is it's something maybe we have to get used to. But like I said, you know, hopefully he might play a bit better passes at times, because sometimes they've been a bit kind of hospital-ish. But do let me know maybe how you feel about that. And William Kelly, big yourself up for the super chat as well. Really do appreciate you. Dan Henson had a little outburst in my meeting when Tanguy walked that goal in. Yeah, I hope so, Dan. And maybe you just had to say, listen, everybody, you know, just have to take a $5 here. You know, maybe, you know, let you continue on with the meeting. You know, I just have to go do something over in the restroom. So maybe that's what you're talking about, Dan N. But yeah, honestly, absolute legend. Absolute legend. I love that comment, Dan N. Absolutely love that comment. He's also saying the boys looking good. Midfield is winning the battle today. They definitely are winning the battle today. Let's go back to the bottom here. Big Boss Man saying sweeper. Yeah, maybe is a bit of a libero. Thank you, Ribsy. Libero. Thank you. It is a bit of a libero. That's what I was looking for, Ribsy. The Harris Army is always, honestly, the most intelligent fan base I know of when it comes to football. Really very impressive. He is a bit of a libero, actually. And that's actually what he did do for Atalanta. I know someone like Aaron Dub is, already coming up with the hipster jokes for me and Ribsy here on this case, but he is a bit of a libero, and that's exactly what maybe we have to be used to. It's just kind of something that he does do. He plays those dangerous passes, tries to break the lines, after winning the ball back. Really do appreciate that, Ribsy. Very, very clever of you. Very smart. And Big Boss Man also saying, big yourself up, Big Boss Man. Good to have you. Good to have you in the chat as well. And he's saying he's a sweeper. I think actually Sanchez has been a bit more of a sweeper for us, kind of someone who cuts out, the danger. But that's all I can say. But they're actually back on the field, somehow, was able to take us through that halftime. Felt like it flew right by, Dave.
No, it did. It did fly right by, and we are, of course, kicked off in the second half here. As soon as the clock comes up, I'll let everyone know what time we're at so we can all sync together, guys. It is Wolves on the attack straight away. We're at 45 minutes, 15 seconds. Anyone looks like Adama Traore has come on here at halftime, and he's already skipping by a couple of Spurs players. And Brian Hill back there with the slide tackle. Absolutely love it. Great defending by Brian Hill. But
sorry, Dave, the construction guys are making some noise. I'm going to just have to close the windows and stuff.
No worries. Go and get another beer as well, my man. Go and get yourself.
Maybe it's a good luck charm, Dave. It is. Usually I don't like to do it. Every other time, Dave, I haven't. You have intentionally kept the beer away from me, because I don't like to do it while we're doing the watch-alongs. But it seems like maybe that's the one thing that's keeping the goals coming in.
No, it is. The goals are flowing. When
I'm a bit superstitious in that regard, too.
100%. Brian Hill to Ben Davies. Ben Davies clips one into Harry Kane. He's out jumped. And it's just cleared away by Skippy. But Wolves starting here on the front foot in the first half, which is a bit worrying. They have made a change. It is Adama Traore on. And great defense. Oh, Davison Sanchez, he tries to shield off Fabio Silva. He doesn't. It's a squared across the 6-yard box. And how has he missed? Who is that? Who's that missed it? Oh, that is a shocking miss. Oh, it's Chan. How has he missed? It's a great ball in behind for Fabio Silva. Sanchez thought he shrugged him off. He stood strong. It's a great ball in. And Chan. Oh, it wasn't. It was Kian Hoover. Sorry. But a great ball in by Kian Hoover. And Chan with a massive chance on the 6-yard box. And really, really should have took it. So, look, there's the early signs. There's the early wake-up calls for Tottenham, guys. We really need to get back at it now. Let's see who else is in the building. Big up by Azzy. Tommy Thompson says he's liked and subscribed, mate. Big yourself up, man. Really appreciate that. Everyone else, do the same if you are new. Let's see who else we have here in the comments. We have catastrophic failure. Sanchez is the weak link. He's actually had a good game up until that, to be fair to him, my man. We have Ribsy says Welsh, whatever. Tommy Thompson, is anyone here from the States? I'm just outside New York City, lads and ladies. Yeah, we usually do get a lot of people in from the States. David, I know, is living out in California there somewhere. We have Nick Lazier, he's in New York City. Jack is in Brooklyn. Ian Ferguson is from the States. There's a lot in here from the States, my man, and a lot more that I've probably missed out on. Zanuska says, the thing about Wolves is they can drive forward, but finishing is their weak link. We've got to put ourselves even more ahead, otherwise eventually we might suffer. I couldn't agree more, Zanuska. I really couldn't agree more. We definitely do. Back to the game here. Let's see what's happening. It's a Wolves throwing deep in their own half. Yeah, we really need to get on top of this game. We really need to get a grip. It's concerning. It's going the way the Chelsea game went, and we know what happened there, guys. They put 3 beyond us. We didn't, and after 17 minutes after the second goal went in the second half, it was over. Wolves are finding a lot of space out wide here. Our midfielder, we're just dropping deep here. I want to see us get at them, put the pressure on them again. Wolves just rotating it across Chan. Wang, he just missed a massive chance. In the 6-yard area.
It looked like maybe Kuti got a bit stuck, though, Dave, at the same time. Looked like he got a bit stuck in, maybe Romero, unless I'm mistaken.
No, he did, but Huang got there first, lad. Huang, he got there first, and he put it over. He probably should have put that in to make it 2-2.
Probably.
Top one in fact here. Kane holds it up. He has Brian Hill outside him. Let's see what Brian Hill can do. He plays it back to Kane. Kane tries to get by. Oh, it's unlucky. He just couldn't get by. Well intercepted by Brian Hill. Great feet.
Come on, Brian. Come
Harry
on,
Kane,
Brian.
Tanguy into Skippy. Skippy back to Davies. No. Davies to Sanchez. Alleviate the pressure. Back into Skip. Back across to Romero. And well recycled by Tottenham Hotspur, I have to say there. Wolves putting on the pressure. And what was Tanganga doing there? He's after giving away the ball. Wolves are on the attack here. They're breaking on us. They have numbers here for you in the middle. It's a great ball. Adama Traore out to Keanu Jan Hoover. Into Neves. Neves out to out to Adama, and well defended again by Brian Hill. Wow. Absolute great defending. He's getting ticky. He's asking for help. Nobody's giving him the help. Great defending. Guys, feel free to get your super chats in. It is a great way to support me and Jack on our journey here on YouTube. And as well, it just jumps you straight to the top of your queue, and we will get straight to your points, guys. Wolf Mauler says Hill is going to be unreal. Excuse my French. No, he really is. He really is, my man. Sue Smith says a bit of pressure and we panic. Yeah, look, can you blame us? Can you blame us all for panicking? We're Spurs fans, you. So, yeah, but I know what you mean. The players are panicking already. Chris Peters says Højbjerg should come on. Look, I would like to get away with not using them if we can, but wait and see. Chris Brembois says 45 minutes parking the bus ahead. Tony Buttigieg says Wolves will level soon. Don't say that, my man. Do not say that. Paul Markey says our midfield have retreated and are giving Wolves too much room. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. Let's see. Oh, Kane the long shot is also Miami, Florida as well, guys. Kane the long shot. So Tommy Thompson, you're at home with all the American compadres.
Who was outside? Who was outside New York? Who was outside New York?
Tommy Thompson. Tommy Thompson.
Good to have you, Tommy Thompson. Good to have you. Hopefully, maybe one day you could meet up with Nick and I. You know, maybe Brooklyn side. You know, if you're ever in town. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have some fellow Spurs fans, especially New York side, you know, be able to link up together for sure.
No, we really would. That's it, Skippy. Skippy trying to get the pressure on the midfield there. Adama Traore gets on the ball. He's like a live wire. They're all just moving off him now. It's another ball in, and it's well dealt with by Davison Sanchez. Ndombele picks it up into Skippy, and Skip balloons it long and doesn't give Harry Kane any chance to get on at the end of it. And it's back to Wolves. We're just retreating.
What time are you on, Dave? So I can maybe...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm on 51 minutes and 20 seconds.
All right. I just got at 20 seconds, so maybe now. Are you on Ait Nouri's on the ball?
Yeah. Just pass it off.
Podence here doing a few step overs.
Beautiful. He gives it away. Oh, that's shocking. Come on, Lo Celso. Wake up. And he's just standing there. He's after giving away the ball into midfield. He gave one away last week against Chelsea. They scored. He's after kicking that one into no man's land in midfield. And, you know, he's just standing there. A great ball over top by Ndombele to Harry Kane. Unlucky Harry Kane. Just didn't have the speed to get away. But Jesus Christ, Lo Celso's pissing me off. Take him off. He's going to be doing this. Oh, great tackle by
I need him to get stuck in more, Dave, for in order for him to even prove his worth. That's also the problem. Oh, Brian Hill here.
Brian Hill. Oh, referee, honestly, you're supposed to wait till after the game to ask for the jersey. You don't just rip it off the back like that. Ridiculous. It's about time he's given a free kick.
Brian Hill, Dave, this is what we're talking about. Again, Dave, like I said on my little rant yesterday, how do you not watch that Brian Hill highlight video from his days at Ibar and not just say what a player? He just did that to that player right there. It just shows the type of guy that he is. He just likes to skin people for a living, Dave. He skins people for a living.
Davies with the cross in the ball. It's a good ball, actually. It's falling back stick to Ali.
Harry Kane?
He plays Harry Kane. Harry Kane picks it up in the 6-yard box. John Ruddy saves it in the 6-yard box and it's cleared. And it's out for Tottenham throw-in. That's what we want to see. At least we're cutting them open going forward. Dele Alli, too hesitant to shoot there, Jack. Do you think he probably should have pulled the trigger, my man?
I think his initial touch, Dave, was horrible. Yeah. His initial touch was horrible. So you would have thought maybe if he had a decent first touch, absolutely. But then with his second touch, he actually, I would say, you know, if you have that bad of a touch to begin with, he actually was quite composed.
Great. Skip and Ndombele. Ndombele shoots. Oh, John Ruddy makes an absolute hash of it. And it's gone out for a corner kick.
Tonky, don't scare me like that. Don't scare me like that, Tonks. He must have put a little bit of Miley Cyrus on that ball, Dave, because it must have been swerving.
Oh, he came in like a wrecking ball. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's poor.
That's horrible keeping. That is, it did maybe dip a bit early on him, but still pretty horrible keeping.
Oh, Tanguy is saucing. Love to see it. Good power behind the shot. Gone out for Wolves' corner. Ruddy is looking nervous. Put this one on top of him. That's what I say. Get bodies in and around him. So ball in by Tanga and Ndombele, poor corner kick.
Beat the
it's out
first
to the
man
Celso, and the touch is made an absolute dog's breakfast of it, but he wins it back, and it's a ball over the top by Gill, and no one can get on the end of it. And John Ruddy straight away looking for Adama, looking to kick it long. He's asking, where are you, Adama? He's supposed to be out wide, and he does go long. And it's Adama up against Sanchez. How have we allowed this to happen?
No, this is Hwang Hee-chan, Dave. This is Hwang Hee-chan.
Up against Sanchez. How are we letting him
with a decent touch there? And he's very quick, Dave. He's very, very quick. I will admit, he's very quick, Hwang Hee-chan.
Yeah, but all the defenders stand there looking. They weren't in a real rush to get back and help him, were they?
No, actually, you're right. Actually, Sanchez was a bit on his own there, I guess is what you're saying, Dave. Yeah, he's a bit on his own there. Maybe even Galini could be a bit more of a sweeper keeper, maybe in that regard too. But
pay me
Brian Hill. Oh, what a pass by Brian Hill. What a pass.
Harry Kane with a no-look pass to Brian Hill. Just doesn't have the pace to get on the end of it.
Harry. Don't force
honestly, Adama Traore, Jack, he can do it. Honestly, you could pay me to do all them step overs and do nothing after. It's a fantastic sight.
Okay, ref. He's not ref. Oh, ref. It's not a charity here. This isn't charity football. He's going down like as if it's a make-a-wish here with it. Oh, geez, ref. Come on now. Okay, now, referee, it's even right in front of the assistant ref. It's right in front of Mike Dean, who I think is the assistant ref as well. You think Mike Dean, with the ego that Mike Dean has, he probably actually step in himself and say, listen, can't call that. That's actually shocking.
No, 100%. Ian Ferguson says, looks like Tanga got his life halftime burger. Yeah, no, he did.
You heard that reference. I don't think it was whoever said that, I took that from, but whoever did say that, they just need to keep burgers in the dressing room for Tanguy, then he can play the full 90 minutes. If you don't leave the burgers in the dressing room for halftime, he can't play the full 90 minutes, Dave. It's simple logic. It's simple math with Tanguy.
No, it really is. It really is. But guys, make sure everyone is smashing that like button, smashing that subscribe button, guys, and get your super chats in. It helps support the channel. It's a great way to support me and Jack. And as well, it just means you jump the queue and we get straight to your comment. But of course, it is Tottenham still. Tottenham 2, Wolverhampton and Wanderers 1. Please don't piss all over mine and Jack's parade. Please get the result today, especially after Tanguy and Harry Kane scoring. Please just get the job done and give me and Jack our day. Please, I beg you.
Tommy Thompson, if you're in Jersey or outside New York, please just find me on Twitter and whatnot. If you ever want to watch a game with Nick or I, absolutely. Come Brooklyn side. We'd love to have you. I just see him talking to Nick about it. So I just want to extend that invite to Tommy. Absolutely. We're all Big One family, Tommy.
No, we are. We definitely are. Part of the Harris Army, part of the Flat Cap Army now, Tommy, my man. Big yourself up. You're one of the foot soldiers, my man. Big yourself up. Tanganga down with a bit of an injury here. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm watching the UFC and I'm pretty sure that's Saturday nights, not Wednesday nights.
Pretty sure it's that red card challenge that he handled earlier, Dave.
Huh?
That red card challenge that he probably handled earlier, Dave. With Tanganga, he likes to save face. He's kind of a tough guy about it. He wants to not really show that he's in any pain. Probably was in pain from it when you think about it. And so he's just maybe now it's just getting to him a little bit. He's probably actually feeling it a bit now. It's a bit unfortunate that the referee just has no regard for his own safety out there, ref.
Yeah. And Ndombele with holding on to the ball in midfield, 1-2 with Skippy. He's doing that a lot, isn't he? And he's dispossessed. No way. Dispossessed in the bad position. Oh, Romero, that's shocking. Wolves are in and it's 2-2. Then Ndombele, what is he doing? That's 2 goals he's at fault for now. Romero could have done better defensively, but that's 2 times Ndombele has cost Tottenham. I know he scored, but that is horrible, Jack.
It's like he's looking for a foul in the worst spot in the field, Dave. He's looking for a foul in the worst place in the field, Dave. He's looking for a foul in the worst spot in the field. You can't be looking for fouls there. He's getting manhandled by Neves.
3 of them on him.
And then he just gets tackled by Hwang Hee-chan there. He gets tackled by Hwang Hee-chan. Romero could do a bit better there. Caught a bit flat-footed. And then Galini, for some reason, goes the wrong way as well. That is horrible. That is horrible. Oh.
How can you go 2-0?
How can you give away 2 goals deliberately? Tanguy, you gave away 2 goals deliberately, my guy. Jesus.
It comes back to it. He needs to be farther up the field, Jack. He has to be.
This is why he needs to be further up the field. You're exactly right, Dave.
That's disappointing.
Also, I will say a bit shocking keeping again from Galini. I don't know why he's going the other way there. I really don't. There's only one place he's going. He's only going to try to curl it around you there as well, Galini. So.
And I was just saying, please don't wreck our night. Please don't do it. And it happens. We'll get to the comments now. I'm just fixing the banner. It's killing me to do this, but it is Wolves 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2. We were 2-0 up, of course.
We just gave them 2 goals, Dave. I mean, that's actually, again, I mean, you shoot yourself in the foot. This is what happens, Dave. This is really what happens. just shooting
Dark
ourselves in the foot
Sung
here.
Dark
Tongi better get us one back here. Tongi
Dark
better get us one back.
Dark Sung G says Hwang set up the goal. Mixed feelings at the minute, Jack.
Yeah, he had a good tackle on Tongi there. And again, Tongi's looking for the foul in the worst spot in the field. And I don't think it was a foul at all, Dark Sunji. Not a foul at all. And it's just really just Tongi. I don't know why I appreciate the step overs. I appreciate the pirouettes. But like when you're trying to look for one there at Tongi, it's just unbelievable that he tries to look for a foul there. It's a fair, clean challenge. It's a fair challenge. It's honestly a challenge you expect to receive as well. This is the Premier League, or this is the upper flights of the British Premier League. So it's just, I don't know, Dave. Like
really
sometimes it just infuriates me. It's like he still thinks he's in Liga. Sometimes being able to get away with maybe getting a foul there or something.
But like, what's wrong with the midfielders we buy? Lo Celso last week turns inside when there's 3 players around him rather than turning outside. Straight away went to Chelsea. They got a goal. This one, Tanga and Ndombele is horsing around in midfield. It's a square ball to get. How is he going to score? What a save by Ruddy. What a save. That was the chance for Gil Messi to make it 3-2. Great play between Harry Kane and Dele Alli. Dele Alli squares it across the 6-yard box. And like Brian Hill gets on the end of it, but Ruddy's outstretched foot just saves it. Oh, that was the chance to go 3-2. Yeah. But back to what I was saying. Look, I'm pissed off with these midfielders. Some of them are just so brain dead, it's unbelievable.
Well, I don't understand, Davis. Like people like to rip on Højbjerg. People like to rip on Højbjerg for not having composure or whatnot, or saying he's not a good midfielder. If you're saying Højbjerg would lose the ball in those spots of the field, never would. Højbjerg is the classiest man on the planet when it comes to receiving the ball in those positions, and he would never even attempt something like that, or would never even lose the ball like that as well. So it just shows how much sometimes we depend on someone like Højbjerg in that regard.
This is pissing me
that's
off.
a very scary chance.
Now Sonny has to come on. Now Sonny has to come on ahead of the North London Derby, which we didn't need to do. Dark Sung G, let me know what you think. Hwang and Sonny now will be on the same field together. So let me know what your feelings are now, my man. But this is disaster. 2-0 up. Game was dead and buried. All we had to do was just play sensible football, and we couldn't even do that. Tanguy giving away the first one. He goes to put his foot up instead of jumping. Absolutely horrific, lazy defending. And then the second one, he's clowning around in midfield when he knows there's 3 players around him, and he just I don't know what he's doing, and he's after gifting them their second goal. Oh, it's super, super annoying.
Taking off now. They're taking off Gio, Dave. Taking off Gio as well now. And maybe that's a bit of a chance for Tongi, I would say, to prove himself.
You know what, Jack? Just quickly, Gio deserves to come off. He's been an absolute shithead. He's given away the ball a couple of times, and then he's standing there, and he won't track back. He won't get back. He's just standing there. So he deserves to come off. He's really annoyed me today, I have to say.
But the only concern I do have, Dave, is that, it still means that, Tongi is going to be maybe playing in a similar position in the park. I wish he would push a bit forward, but, having Sonny instead is actually brilliant. I just really hope that maybe, Tongi can actually get that bit of motivation, a bit of that wake-up call, Dave, because no matter how much good he does, he can't be pulling off shit like that, because it's really infuriating, because this is why, maybe fans...
That's an idiot challenge by Davinson Sanchez. That's stupid. Honestly, you're deep in their half. You're in their own half. Why are you committing fouls there? Jesus. Some brain-dead stuff. Some real brain-dead stuff going on here. And this is the problem. This is what I was talking about mentality last night about, Jack. Tottenham's mentality.
He's not getting a card there, actually. He's very lucky he's not getting a card there.
We can change our mentality by cutting out stupid stuff like we've seen here today. We have literally gifted them a way back into this game. It's not like Wolves have played well. We have gifted them their route back into the game. Absolutely wrapped and put underneath the Christmas tree. Absolutely shocking.
No, Dave, absolutely. And I said, no matter how many chances they had, but, before, I didn't even think they should be going 2-1 into halftime. Thought that was an absolute gift, and then it's another gift. And it's really just, I don't know, both of them given by Tongi as well. It's so hard to watch. It really is so hard to watch, especially, again, Dave, I'll say this again. Tongi, he owes us one. Absolutely owes us one. Owes us something here. He needs to do something for us, because he deserves to give us something here, because the way he's hurt us. Oh, Harry Kane just taking his life there. Oh, Harry Kane's had a few megs today, I will say. Tongi now on the ball in the middle of the park. Tongi on the ball. Please do something for us, Tongs. Tries to find Brian Hill inside. Decent idea. Brian Hill pressuring here. Tongi pressing a lot higher up the field now, I would say, maybe.
Well, it's about time. about time, walking around like he's been
This is
there
very easy. Again, the Tongi can, I swear, if he doesn't, no, geez, these are the reasons actually why people will say, don't like Tongi. Could have tried to run after I.E. Nuri there and close him down, but he couldn't because the burgers aren't getting to him there.
Oh, it's just super frustrating when it's down to your own doing. And it's nothing else. And this is what we've seen from Tottenham over the last 2 years. Look, as much as people wanted to gripe onto Jose and Ryan Mason and whatever else, right? It's our mistakes ultimately that cost us. It's just brain-dead, stupid moments every single time.
Roy Keane was even talking about it, Dave. I know. It's just the fact that we've given away this many goals now. Nuno's supposed to be a bit more defensively solid. And I would argue Nuno has been, actually added some solidity. It just shows that some of these players, Dave, they're absolutely brain dead, like you've said, in certain moments. Like they really do just switch off and just absolutely, like you said, even before, put, gifts under the Christmas tree nice and early for them, just say, hey, I know we're 2-0 up. I know we're the team that, deserves to be winning this, but why not let's just make this a bit more exciting? It's like, Dave, they play for the neutrals sometimes.
But do you know what worries me, Jack? If these midfielders think they're going to get that time on the ball in the North London Derby next week, they're going to be sadly mistaken.
No, and that's as well. And even in Tongi's case, if he thinks that, if he can earn his move to Bayern, whatever it is, Dave, whatever there's no way. There's just no way. Especially even in the Bundesliga, I would say, Dave, where, again, like kind of similar to North London Derby in the Bundesliga, there's always tons of pressure. Tongi here in the box, receiving put a few step overs, gets sit down by Bali. Probably could have done a bit more.
Ball. He can't even track back to win it back. He's pissing me off now.
Ben Davies here. Skippy with an absolutely brilliant challenge. Come on.
Let's go.
Come on, Harry. Play him. Skippy here. Find somebody. Tongi finds Harry.
Shoot.
You're japping. Oh,
he balloons it.
Oh, especially if it's on your left foot, jap it. Come on now. Got to think a bit better there.
He turned into moon boots. Unlucky. Good play by Tottenham. At least we're showing to try and get back in the game. Big up Ronan O'Donnell, my man. Big yourself up. And we have a super chat here from Paul Markey, Jack. Watching this, our midfielder are just not up to holding and controlling the ball. All three tonight are not up to Premiership standard. I couldn't agree more, especially on the ball. Look, with Skip, he is asked to do a different role, so I do find it hard to get on Skip's case because he is the one in there just to win the ball. That's what he's in there to do. It's up to Dele Alli, Tanguy Ndombele. Look, Tanguy Ndombele had a good game up until he gifted them single-handedly away back into the game. He was actually having a good game. And that's what
deliberately sabotaged himself. I mean, he's almost sabotaged himself, I would say, in fact. He's done everything. Oh, Harry Kane! Oh, my God!
Oh! I thought that was it. I thought that was the moment. I thought that was the moment. How did he not score? What a ball in by Gil Messi.
Oh, what a ball by Sonny.
This is what this guy brings, Jack. This is what
that is a world-class ball
right ball by Sonny.
Oh, Harry Kane's got to do better.
He just gets his hand to it. He didn't even.
He might have read him. I think he read him, Dave. It looked like he read him. Kind of just picked a side, where he's going there. Still needs to bury that. But Dave, it seemed like actually I would tip my flat cap to the goalkeeper there, Dave. Actually, because it seemed like he actually was just guessing where he might be going with that, and he did guess correctly. Oh
no, Wolves have a chance to break here. Oh, come on, pin him in. Let's go. Oh, unlucky. With a long ball, they're just trying to hit Dama and Hwang in behind and use their speed, Jack, at the minute.
Mm-hmm. It really does seem so. And as well, you've even said before, look at Sanchez. He's the only actual center back there. Cuti Romero is still kind of jogging back. I'm a bit confused. It seems like we send both center backs up and, really have no trouble dealing with the pace. And it's like we're not even acknowledging the pace that's left behind there. I would say Sanchez, you would even argue, is probably our paciest defender, so as much as it's hard to say, Dave, actually, maybe a bit of a tactical question here. Ben Davies, we know, should not be the one.
How many more fouls? Sorry, Jack, but how many more fouls are we going to allow on Tanganga before the guy flashes a card? Honestly,
I think they must think that Tanganga is superhuman, Dave, and that he can just wear these all day long, and that oh, Sonny, don't do Sonny. That is inappropriate, Sonny. That is inappropriate.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, with another. Oh, he's very lucky Dendoncker was there to save him. Very lucky Dendoncker was there to save him. Sonny, Sonny, they have families, Sonny. They have families.
Oh, that was some beautiful skill by Sonny. But Paul, I do agree with you, my man. The midfielder is not up to Premiership standard. We need
composure. No composure, Paul.
That's exactly. That's the word, Jack. Exactly.
I've said this, Paul, you probably have even heard it on our watch-alongs. Sometimes with Højbjerg, the way he can receive even a hospital pass, Dave, he's just the classiest man in the building sometimes, the way he can receive it.
Oh, Wolves are in behind here again. Oh, why didn't he play Adama? That's shocking. He should have played Adama instead of
Højbjerg would have received. Højbjerg would never have tried what Tanguy have done there. Højbjerg probably would have been able to switch the play even a lot sooner than Tanguy did. This is, again, while I love, Tanguy, Dave, I think you and I both know that we really do have our real love is for Højbjerg at the end of the day. That's where we can meet each other is with Højbjerg. Very, very skillfully done by Dele there.
And good dummy.
Dele's getting absolutely hacked, ref. Maybe one day he just had a boot just taken to the heel there, ref.
Oh, no free kick there whatsoever. We're just going to allow them.
And now he's playing advantage. Yeah, you can go fuck off, ref, at this stage. Like, Jesus, what game are you watching?
Wolves with Adama Traore here on the right. He has all the space in the world to go into if he wants to. He doesn't. He's been doubled up on. He's gone out wide to Can Hoover. Back to Adama.
Jesus, ref, though. Now you're playing that's just shocking. Plays advantage for them as if that wasn't the same challenge literally made on the player. Christ.
Honestly, it felt like the player was trying to ask him, can I get in the shower with you after the game? He was that close to him.
What's he doing down as well, Dave? He's the one who cleated our own player as well. Like, oh my gosh.
Ridiculous carry on. James Redmond says PSG playing crap too. Tony says, I said Wolves will level, and they did. Now I say they will win, and they will. Don't say that, my man, please. Felix, give him time. Sonny, he's superb last season and will do this year. 100%. Kuva99 says, we've managed to bring them down to our level, at least a toss-up for who wins this. 100%. I couldn't agree more. Guys, make sure you keep smashing that like button. Make sure you keep smashing that subscribe button. They're not looking at this, are they? Surely they're not going to give a card here. But guys, make sure you keep smashing that subscribe button if you're new. And why not get in a super chat or two? It is a great way to support myself and Jack. And it is a massive, massive help to the channel. As you see, we're pumping out content regularly, guys. It does go back into the channel. We have brought the tactics board and all that sort of stuff, guys. So it is a massive, massive help. But look, it is still Wolves 2, Tottenham 2. And we're on 70 odd minutes here now. So, guys, a crucial 15 minutes for Tottenham. I definitely don't want to go into penalties, Jack. That's for sure. I don't think I could watch penalties.
I could not stomach penalties. Yeah, I really couldn't. I wouldn't be able to do it, Dave. But I would say I think Anthony Berryman has a comment here, Dave. What would you say to this? So in 4 games, you click on it. Sorry, Dave. So in 4 games, we have conceded 10 goals. How shit is our defense? I would say the defense has been woeful. But today, I would say Anthony, Dave, and maybe you might agree with me. Just 2 absolute gifts. And so is that really on Nuno? Like, how much is that really on Nuno at the end of the day? Like, Nuno is not asking Tanguy to do that in both occasions. He really is not if you're telling him he's, saying, Tanguy, I don't want you to jump here. I want you marking Dendoncker. I want Tanguy, the player that would never even jump for a burger at this rate, to be able to do that. Like, no way would he say, Dendoncker, I want you doing it in that situation. And then as well, Dave, in the other situation, it's not like Nuno is saying, Tanguy, I want you to take 7 touches in the middle of the park, do a few step overs, and then just get taken off by Hwang Hee-chan as well. So how much does that really fall on Nuno? And how much do these 2 goals fall on Nuno, or even the defense? I would say not really at all.
Not only that, but look, you have to take into account Tanganga was suspended against Chelsea. We've been missing Romero. So we haven't been able to have a consistent back 4 over the last 4 games. That also would come into it. That would have a part to play, I would say. But look, again, I agree. Look, it's the same thing. We'll talk about the same things under Jose, same things under Pochettino after the Champions League final onwards. It's just the simple, stupid mistakes and errors by players.
Yourself in the foot. It's shooting yourself in the foot.
And the thing is, how many times have we heard managers come out in the press conferences and call out players for it? At the end of the day, look, whether we just need to get them to start cutting out the stupid crap that they keep doing. Like Lo Celso won last week. Avoidable. If he takes that touch on the outside and he's aware where he is and takes that touch out to the wing, right, that means they have to go out wide and put a ball into the box. But he didn't. He took a touch inside, they took it off us, got at our centre-backs and had a crack on goals and got the look they deserved, right? And then this one today, Tanguy and Ndombele, the first one, look, he's just lazy. He just doesn't jump. He's thinking about his Big Mac at half-time. And then the second one, Jack, look, again, how many touches do you want in midfield, especially when you're the deep-lying midfielder and you can see your 2 fullbacks are gone up and you're left with your 2 centre-backs. Exactly. Play the ball backwards. If you have to go back to Lloris, even go back to Lloris. I couldn't give a crap.
He's even one of those players, Dave. He's one of those players who can take those extra touches because he's that good. But then he wanted a few extra touches on top of the extra touches that he already grants himself.
There's a time and a place, though, Jack. This is what I'm saying. There's a time and a place. When he knows he's the deepest midfielder, he can see that his 2 fullbacks are gone. His 2 centre-backs are left there. You can't take 7 touches. He knows there's 3 players around him. It's 3 on 3. He knows he can't lose the ball there. It's just football IQ, awareness, being sharp. You have to know in that situation, you cannot take them amount of touches. You have to get rid. Whether you go out, pump one long, whether you know what I mean, you go back to Reese. I don't care. But you cannot, like, this guy's on 200 grand a week. He should know this. He's on 200 grand a week. He trains every day. He should know this. That's what I'm saying. Look, it is disappointing. Look, again, it's like what we've seen against Chelsea, Jack. First half end on baller, second half running back down below. The guy, it's simple as that. People saying, he is fit, he's trimmed down and everything else. Look, you can trim down all you want, but the guy looks like a guy that's smoking 40 cigarettes a day. Because he can't smoke 45 minutes. But look, Chris Peters says, David, you go off 2 goes of vodka. So frustrating.
That's probably what I've been doing, Chris, but I haven't actually. I've just had, a beer and a half at this rate. But, all I can say is, Chris, at this rate, that's what I wish, David and I would do. But unfortunately, we're not really the hard liquor spirits kind of people. It's not really what Dave and I are into, but, it's probably what plenty of you guys, probably feel like doing. But all I can say is hold off for the minute. Hold off for the minute, Chris, because we're definitely going to get that goal. And I think it's going to be coming from Brian Hill or Harry Kane himself. Because, or at least Tongi needs to create something because he owes us 2. He owes us 2. Even if he gets another one for us, he owes us another. He owes us at least 2. So I would say, Chris, maybe hold off for now. But that's unfortunately maybe not what we're doing at the moment. We have to stay a bit more professional than that.
No, look, I'm not a big vodka lover. I'm more of a Captain Morgan man, to be honest with you, my man. But big yourself up, Chris. And the game is frustrating, my man. It really is frustrating. But big yourself up, my man. Really appreciate the support. You're a top bloke. And Kuva99 says, people who say Americans don't understand or have no passion for football should watch Jack live on commentary, loving the reactions from the lads. Well, Jack, look, this one's all about you, my man. So what do you want to say to Kuva? And Chris Peters is also
apologize for the profanity, Kuva. I apologize for the shouting.
No, don't. That's what I want to see.
No, that's what they want to see. And so I'm glad to see it, Kuva, especially when I'm in sync, Kuva with David, or even, maybe a bit more on time, than before, because, when it comes to some of the Premier League games, you guys in the UK are always a bit ahead of us Americans in that regard. So maybe in these ones, it seems like weirdly, David and I are more in sync for this, which is actually quite luxurious for me, because then I get to have more real-time reactions. I don't get to be spoiled or anything by, what's happening. So all I can say is, maybe this is more real-time reactions from me. So yeah, this is what you get. This is what you get, Kuva. And I'm glad you're enjoying it. Maybe David can touch on it, but even, just my FIFA reaction sometimes, David knows that, I get very, very heated, very, very passionate at times, a bit too competitive even at times, David might even say, but love it. I appreciate it, Kuva. I really do appreciate that, actually.
Nah, look, do you know what's a massive help? Look, it brings out the best of Jack is the fact that we're actually in sync, because the last couple of times we've done it, one of us is 20, 30 seconds, if not a minute ahead. But we found out a way, hopefully now, to be able to, do them together and that we're in sync, so you can see a lot more of the live reactions. And look, Jack, I think everyone agree with me. I think he's been absolutely phenomenal and superb since he's come onto the channel. He really has taken it to a new level, and it's great ball over top for Harry Kane. Can Harry Kane hold him off? Can he get a shot in? Bring him down, please. Give us a penalty. I want one.
Skin him, Brian. Come
Brian Hill on the ball. Let's see what he can do. He puts in. It's a great little pullback. He's looking for Tanganga.
Beautiful.
Still has the ball. It's a lovely ball in to Sonny. Sonny takes it down on the chest. Go on, Sonny, crack one.
What are you doing?
Ben Davies, what is he doing? Why? But Tanganga retrieves it out the other end. Thank God he makes him not look like a bit of a clown. Tanganga back to the Skippy. Skippy with the ball in. Not a great ball. No one never really gave anyone a chance.
David, even Adama Traore would have been shamed from that. The ball from Ben Davies there again. Like, what team on earth? Like, what team has 2? We saw the FIFA ratings.
Shaquille O'Neal is in the box or something like that. Honestly,
how does this guy have a 77 rating or whatever it is in FIFA, or 79 rating? I don't get it at this stage. Tongi, you better do something here.
Let's go, Tangai. Let's go. There's a pot noodle on the goal line for you. Let's go. He plays it out wide. Brian Hill, Messi.
Yes,
Brian Hill, Messi.
Don't Tom. Come on.
Tangais does him. he wants too much time on the ball, and it's gone out for a corner kick. Let's see what we can do from this corner kick. But Kuva, yeah, look, back to what I was saying. Look, Jack's been a phenomenal addition to the channel. He brings that bit more of a professional look to it, I have to say. And don't underestimate Jack's part to play. And honestly, don't underestimate his passion. Look, if you ever get the privilege of playing with FIFA, the true passion of Jack will come out, my man. Don't worry about that. And it's great to see it on the watch-alongs. It was even great last night to see the one where he's defending Brian Hill last night, with real passion. And look, that's what I love to see. So big yourself up, Kuva. Big yourself up. William Kelly says, Enoch didn't invest in this team properly. Never, never will. The root of the problem lays squarely at these owners. Jack, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, William Kelly, this is something I think we've all been plenty aware of. It's just maybe at the same time, though.
He's got to be off. He's got to be off.
Yeah, I thought he was off there.
Oh, well dealt with. Sorry, Jack. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, Ben Davies is even somebody who has no idea how to play football is still telling the referee, why is that not off? Even Ben Davies knows what offsides is, Dave, which just shows. But yeah, William Kelly, I would say we all are plenty aware that, Enoch and Levy, they're the main reason, they're the main blame. They're the person that you can practically blame for pretty much everything that goes wrong at the club. And so, William, I completely agree, especially when it comes to investment over the years. It really is the problem, I would say.
Do you know what? Just quickly.
Maybe you can finish after I just say this.
Sorry.
William Kelly. There comes a point, though, William Kelly, where there's only so much we can do, and there's only so much that we're probably willing to do, unless, maybe Spurs fans are willing to give up their season tickets, or Spurs fans are willing to maybe do sit-outs and whatnot for Enoch. We have to maybe just find our ways to maybe deal with the squad the best we can, and maybe like this is why we do win or learn, William Kelly, regardless of how much Enoch and Levy hold us back. We try to do the best we can and trying to make sure how the squad can win. But we all know and are plenty aware that, we are held back entirely. We are held back entirely by Enoch and Levy.
Jack, this guy Ben Davies is an embarrassment to football. First of all, he's in beside Sanchez, right? Leaves Adama Traore completely out free on the right. He actually gets help. He's doubled up with, and he's still nowhere near to blocking an effort from him. The guy's an embarrassment. But just to add to your point, sorry for cutting across you, Jack. I just to add to it. Look, right? We all know Enoch haven't invested more anywhere near the amount of money, right, that they should have into this club.
We know they're entirely irresponsible.
The thing is, right, they spent 60 million on Ndombele, and it's cost us 2 goals today. You know what I mean? So, even when they do spend the money, are they really looking into the psyche of the player, the mentality of the player, how he lives his life? Is he professional off the pitch? You know what I mean? It's even when we do spend the money, we're not spending it 100% right. Look, we spent 60 million on a midfielder, right? You're expecting this guy to produce week in, week out and be class. Honestly, with Ndombele, he is class, but how long are we going to keep catering to him when he keeps costing us like that? Yeah, and we have the substitution. Højbjerg has come on for Dele Alli.
Yeah.
Hopefully that means he'll fit in beside Skip. And Ndombele will be pushed further up the pitch. But we are 9 minutes to go, guys. And it does look like it could go to penalties if it stays at 2-2. But back to what I was saying. But yeah, with Ndombele, this is the thing. We spent huge money on him. And it's even when we do spend money, we're not getting it right. With Lo Celso, I was speaking to Phil on the pre-match pump-up about this. We wouldn't pay the extra 5 million for Fernandes. We took Lo Celso in instead. But that extra 5 million, it brings you the mentality of the player, though, Jack. You look at Fernandes. He does everything in his power to win for United. He bollocks players. He's not afraid to get on the ball, take the game by the scruff of the neck, shoot if he has to, and drive United and get them back into the games or winning the games. Right? With Lo Celso, he couldn't give a shit, man. Look there today. He gave away the ball twice in dangerous positions. I wouldn't even make him attempt to go and win it back.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good point, Dave. And even as much as I love Tanguy, even in Tanguy's case, I mean, if you're paying somebody that much a month or even that much a week, when you consider that as well, William Kelly, I would say it really is. It is the investment from Enoch and Levy. It's possible that, we're even taking risks on some of these players that maybe they knew beforehand had these attitude problems. I would say as much as people like to have defended Steve Hitchen for some of the signings. It is also sometimes maybe falls even on Steve Hitchen, William Kelly, because Steve Hitchen is one who has scouted these players in the past and has made the final decision on some of these players, to bring in. And as much as I love Tanguy, as much as I thought that even the Gio Lo Celso at the time, as much as I thought that that was actually going to be a class signing, just maybe shows that, part of the investment made by ENIC and Levy, they're just trying to maybe cut corners. I think we know they're absolutely love to cut corners, William Kelly, but I would just say, I don't know maybe how to say this well, but there's only so much maybe that, when it comes to maybe on the pitch problems and things like that, that really is, I would just say, ENIC and Levy, they've absolutely are 80%, 90%, even 95% responsible for practically everything that happens with this club that goes wrong. But sometimes it really does just happen what happens on the pitch. It's not ENIC and Levy's fault that Tanguy did what he just did today. We should be 2-0 up, and maybe we shouldn't have invested in a player like that. But that's all I can say is, when it comes to results like this, do I really just think immediately of ENIC and Levy? Personally, I don't, but maybe I could be wrong in that case when William Kelly, maybe, if someone like you is, seeing a pattern that, maybe I've not been, tortured enough with, but I'm also so young of a fan, William Kelly, that I'd be happy for you to educate me in that regard. But I am plenty aware that, ENIC and Levy, it all falls down on them. They are the ones running these institutions. They are the ones running this club. They are the ones paying everybody's checks. They are the ones that are, doing the 29 million net spend, after whatever long it's been, they really are quite atrocious. They are absolutely despicable. But all I can say, William Kelly, is, sometimes I just look at what's happening on the pitch, and I'd rather just, look at the players and think they could do certainly a lot better than they are. And I don't think, it's Nuno's fault or even ENIC and Levy's fault when I'm seeing some of these performances at times.
Wolves look like they're happy to go to penalties here. It's just a flat back 5 right now. Looks like they're very happy to go to penalties. Ben Davies with the ball out to Sonny. Let's see what Sonny can do. Can he get by his man? No, and he's looking for help, and no one's willing to go and help him and give an option either. And they win it back, and they're just booting it. They're just happy to take penalties here. William Kelly also says, Jack, I'll be on the whiskey shortly if this continues, and it's only 6:30 a.m. here in Brisbane.
I don't think anyone would blame you, William Kelly. And that's why maybe I would maybe actually say at the end of the day, like, I know what you've been through, and I think you've been through a whole lot more than I have, William Kelly. And so that's why I could see why it all falls down on those two people for you, or even, Levy, as well as the ENIC, corporation or enterprise. I could totally see why you feel that way. And I feel that way as well. And so maybe I'd actually be happy for you to educate me a bit more on that regard. But William Kelly, for me, sometimes I'm just looking at, the way we sabotaged ourselves today, the way that, Tanguy has practically shot ourselves in the foot in this game. And sometimes it's not really ENIC and Levy that's the first one that comes to my mind for, performances like this. But at the same time, Dave, ENIC and Levy, they're not going anytime soon, but they should be going sometime soon, because we know that they are the difference between us maybe having a good squad depth, or the difference between us beating Chelsea and Man United and whatnot. So, William Kelly, I think you're 1,000% right. It's just sometimes when I see us shoot ourselves in the foot like this, it's not exactly maybe the first thing that pops to my mind, when it comes to this. I do just think, well, we should be 2-0 up because Tanguy, decided to basically hurt us in this regard. So, William Kelly, I completely agree with you again, 1,000%. It's just sometimes I, like to maybe point the finger at someone else sometimes when I know it actually is someone else that has caused results like this.
No, look, the result, everything goes back to Levy and ENIC 100%. But look, today out on the field, it's Tanguy and Ndombele's fault.
Correct.
Look, the second goal, Romero didn't cover himself in glory either. But ultimately, it's Tanguy's fault what's happened on the pitch here today. Ultimately, I know, look, who bought him, whatever else. But at the end of the day, he's here, and he's the ones that's made the mistakes that's cost us today. But 100%, I couldn't agree more. William Kelly, look, I hope it's a good brand. What is it? A bit of Tullamore Dew. Let me know what sort of whiskey you're on, my man. But big yourself up and really.
And also, hopefully it's a good kind of whiskey. Because all I can say, William, if you're starting that early, all I can say is hopefully it's the good kind of whiskey. Maybe that might give you a bit of a better, stomach feeling towards the rest of the day. But William Kelly, again, I agree 1,000%. I agree 1,000%. It's just sometimes maybe when I see something like this, Dave, I don't think it's them. I just don't think it's them when I see something like this. As much as I do think a lot of it does fall on them, every other day just falls on them. Yeah,
just rattled the bar, and it's a corner kick to Wolves. Oh, we better hang in here. Just 3 minutes left. I don't want penalties, but look, right now, if they're up in our corner with 3 minutes left, I wouldn't mind taking the penalties. But look, it's good. They've gone short. They've gone to recycle. This is one off the training ground. Spurs are out pressing. And he absolutely was. That's shocking. And it's gone out for a goal kick, pressure alleviated. Paul Markey says we need to stop whining about the hierarchy and put the blame where it belongs. Lazy, comfortable players who wouldn't scratch themselves when they're itchy.
I would say for this match, Paul, I think for this match, Paul, I completely agree. But then I would agree with William Kelly where like every other day, like every other moment, it really does, connect back to Levy and ENIC. So that's all I can say. But I kind of, in terms of this match alone, I actually agree with you, Paul. When it comes to this match alone, I think it really just falls on the players. I don't think it does fall on Levy or ENIC when it comes to this sort of match. But, that's why we blame them for every other thing, and every other matter, because they are to blame for every other matter. But when it comes to maybe giving up 2 goals in the situation that we did, is it really Levy and ENIC? I wouldn't say so. But at the same time, maybe that, like David is saying, maybe they're even responsible for bringing in the players that are causing stuff like this. So it really, at the end of the day, William Kelly, I completely agree with you. It all connects back to them.
Well, Chris Peters says, I gave up my membership after 25 years out of frustration, a season ticket holder for 3 years in the Joel and Redknapp era. Well, my man, look, fair play to you. Look, it must be hard. It's a hard thing to do. Look, we all know how much we love the club, and to give up a season ticket like that, man, it's a very, very, I'd say, a gut-wrenching thing to do, my man. Yeah, look, I don't blame you. If you don't want to pay and go and see this crap, I do not blame you, my man. I do not blame you. Me, unfortunately, I will end up going over to a game. I can't help it. I'm sorry, but I can't. Jem says, only way to get Levy and ENIC out is a total boycott, and there's no point going mourning. They love money, so have to sit, so hit them where it hurts, their pockets. But this is wishful thinking 100%. And
I think that's also maybe William Kelly, and you might agree with me in that regard, is just we need to make more sacrifices, as fans. I think some of us, who really feel very passionately about ENIC or ENIC and Levy, I would say, like Chris Peters saying he gave up his season ticket, I would say, or kind of the sacrifices that maybe certain people need to make, if they really feel that passionately about it. It's as much as it is a painful thing to say, as much as it is a painful thing to do. I haven't given any money to Levy and ENIC, Dave, and I told you about that. I don't really buy any kits. I don't buy any new or scarves or anything like that. I'm just really not that type of fan at the end of the day. And so I just know that I don't need to invest in the club to prove my allegiance to the fans or even prove my allegiance to Spurs as well. And so I would just say maybe we just have to show a bit greater sacrifice. But again, that's a very tough pill to swallow, and I recognize that. But all I can say is, William Kelly, it's a very, very tough thing that we all have to go through. And it's even horrible that I had to put it that way, William Kelly. But all I can say is, if we really want them out right now in this very moment, and we want to continue with the protests and whatnot, we have to maybe all as Spurs fans just make a bit better sacrifices again.
No, look, 100%. 100%.
And I don't want this to maybe turn in some ENIC Levy, debate at the moment. So I do apologize, William Kelly, actually, in that regard as well, because I do think you've gone through a lot more than I ever have, and I know that's definitely true.
Well, Tottenham Tantrum, Jack, he's in with the super chat. He's in with the big boy. Big up, Dermot. Really appreciate the support, my man. He says, this cancer started with Sugar and Levy and ENIC have let it spread through the club. No investment, bad calls on managers. When do we have a decent one? We let him go. When can we have our club back? Come on, you Harris Army.
Yeah.
Look, being honest, it's one hard job to get them out, Dermot. It's proven a lot more difficult than what people first thought. But look, I agree. They need to start investing in this team. If they're not going to get out, at least start investing in this team. But we do need a bit of reform. Look, it started in terms of bringing in Paratici. We brought in some good, solid players for years to come in Romero and that, but it's not enough. And it's a free kick to Wolves. It's just gone right through out for a goal kick. But it's not enough. And we need more. They can see there's glaring holes in this squad. Look, I was always not under the illusion that we could get everything done in one window, because that was impossible. But look, they need to build on this in January. And look, it's just disappointing what our club has become. We've gone from Champions League finalists, building one of the best stadiums in the world, and we just haven't brought in the players to match it, to be honest with you. Having the highest season ticket around Europe, you'd expect to be seeing quality week in, week out. But for some reason, Daniel Levy thinks he can keep getting more out of these players that haven't produced in a couple of years. And look, apparently he knows better than the managers. Some of the manager decisions have been poor. I couldn't agree more. Look, sacking Pochettino instead of investing just kind of shows everything, doesn't it, really, Dermot? But Jack, what would you say?
I think it really...
Or Tottenham Troll?
Yeah, Dermot, I completely agree with you. And I do think, it all just falls on the owners, because the owners are responsible for either finding a new manager if they're not, satisfied with it. And I've said this before, manager owners, they should know that they should not be running the club for profit. I've said that before. Enoch and Levy are the only people that ever run such a big club like ours for profit. It's quite despicable. It's quite disgusting that we're the club that they decide to do that with. It infuriates me every day. But I also would say, Alan and Sugar maybe as well. I'm not as informed on that because, again, I've only been a fan for so long, but also it seems to have started with them as well. So maybe it's just a trend that just continues to, continue, maybe, Dave, with some of our owners, just them trying to take advantage of the hardworking fans.
Do you know what hurts though? Do you know what hurts though, Jack? It's becoming very emotionally draining, becoming a Spurs fan. You get the highs, and then, all of a sudden you're brought back down to reality, and, it sends your emotions all over the place. And it's just, it's very frustrating the last 2 years. And you know what I mean? It's testing a lot of people's love for the club. But at the end of the day, I just wish people would wake up at the hierarchy and just realize, we love this club. We absolutely love it. There's no better thing on planet Earth. Like, our whole life evolves around this club, Jack. Our whole life, it evolves around this club. And we don't want to be sitting here giving out about some of the players. We want to be sitting here saying, look, they gave it a fair crack. They gave it a go. You know what I mean? And start talking about more wins than we are losers. And just lately, like, it's just become very hard to watch. And I just wish the owners would wake up, because we're the people that churn out week in, week out. Even though we're not at the grounds, you still get full grounds. But, people across the world, week in, week out, people that are waking up at 3:30 a.m., people that are watching the games at 12 a.m., people that are watching the games at 9 a.m., all across the world, all at different times, people tuning in. We just want better. We just want to see better. We're not asking for that much.
No, we're not asking for much, and that's where it does fall on them, Dave. And that's where it does fall on them, is because we're not asking for much, especially the size of our club. I mean, look how international our fan base is as well, Dave. It doesn't, we're not asking for much by any means, and so it is very frustrating, and it's infuriating, it's sickening. I don't have any excuses for them, but
look,
it's just.
Oh, 1 second, Jack. My computer's after freezing. I'll have to log out and log back in.
No problem, dude. I was going to say, everybody, it just sometimes when I see maybe this happening with maybe what's happened with Tongi here, it's just sometimes I don't really feel like doesn't really fall on the owners, these type of performances, in my opinion. But maybe it does fall on the owners, the every other day aspect, in my opinion. I really do think it does. So I think that's hopefully the answer that I don't think anybody was necessarily looking for, but I would say that's the answer that I kind of feel somewhat strongly about in that regard. Is just, sometimes when it comes to these kind of performances, it's not Enoch and Levy that are making the decisions out there on the pitch, or even doing the things that Tongi was doing out on the pitch, in my opinion. But everybody, I would say, hopefully we can go into this. Hopefully we can go into the rest of this, and I don't know, guys, I don't know. It's very, very frustrating, Dermot. It's very, very frustrating, William Kelly. And I don't really have an answer for it. And it does absolutely fall on them every single moment. It does fall on them every single moment. Looks like we're probably going to be going to penalties, guys. Region is coming on to the pitch. Region seems to be doing a bit, I wouldn't say it's similar to Mark Noble, but seems to be coming on for Tanganga, maybe for the reasons of penalties at this stage. Yep, we're going to penalties, everybody. We are going to penalties. So hopefully everybody... This is not what we wanted. We even made a joke about it at one stage, Dave. We did make a joke about it. We did not want this to happen. We actually knew that this would cause us a bit of a stomachache. It's causing me a stomachache as well. And yeah, Dave, we just can't win. We just can't win as Spurs fans sometimes. It can never be easy for us, I would say.
No, but big up, Dermot. Really appreciate the super chat, my man, and a great talking point, my man. Really appreciate it. Same as William Kelly. Paul as well, big yourselves up, guys. Really do appreciate the support. Everyone else, keep getting the super chats in, guys. It is a great way to support us. Keep smashing that like button. Keep smashing that subscribe button. 90 minutes is up. It is Wolves 2, Tottenham 2. It goes straight to penalties, no extra time. This is going to be a hard one to watch. I don't think anyone really enjoys watching penalties unless you win them. It's going to be a very hard one to watch. And look, hopefully we can get through it. We need this. We need this win. As Spurs fans, we need it. We can't take 3 losses on the bounce. Not like that. Not that way. Not that way. We need this as Spurs fans. Darkson G says, I hope Klein doesn't get battered for missing a pen. Hopefully he does miss one, my man. Hopefully he does miss a penalty. We need him to miss a penalty, that's for sure. What would you say, Jack?
Yeah, maybe if anybody were to miss it, maybe for Dark Sunji, I would say hopefully it isn't, Huang that misses it. But I would say, I would take any of them to miss a pen at this stage. I want them all to miss pens. Maybe he can just miss like a bit of a concession pen or something like that. But yeah, I mean, Dark Sunji, I hope he doesn't get battered. I'm pretty sure Wolves fans are a bit more sympathetic, a bit more kind than Spurs fans in that regard. Hopefully, Dark Sunji. So. That's all I can say. And yeah, if it were to be anybody hopefully it can be someone else that misses it, Huang. Hopefully it can be someone else.
No, 100%. But big up, Dark Sunji. Really appreciate the support, my man. Ian Carter says, great comments today. Thanks, Dave and Jack. No, I appreciate it, my man. Thank you so much for tuning in. I always say, and I'm always going to continue to tell you guys, you hold the key to all this YouTube. Anyone that does YouTube, you guys, the followers. Without you guys, we are absolutely nothing. It's you guys with the support, the super chats, the like, the subscribes, sharing it, commenting, everything else you do that helps the channel. It's all about you guys, and I can't state that enough, my man. It is nothing without you guys, and me and Jack are grateful every single day to you guys. Out here living a dream. The fact that at the minute, we can wake up and concentrate on the content and everything else. It's absolutely incredible. So a massive thank you to you guys. But Ian Carter, stay with us because we do have penalties coming up, my man. So do stay with us. We have Alev. He says, pathetic results to go 2-up and draw. Honestly, this is ridiculous now from Tottenham. Yeah, it's getting hard, my man. It's getting hard. Big Papa says, Galini is a G. He will save one, I hope so. Zanuska says, honestly, the reactions from you guys have made this game bearable. Nah, look, I appreciate that. Glad me and Jack can bring better commentary than those that are paid to do it. You know what I mean? So big yourselves up. Dermot is very angry as well. Ribsy says, I'm going to stand in the kitchen and shout on my TV all throughout the penalties. Sorry, neighbours, at 6:45 a.m. Big yourself up, my man. Everyone, do let us know in the comments what time it is and where you were watching from, guys. Ian Ferguson says, you guys and Talking Tottenham podcast are my go-to for everything Spurs. Big yourself up, my man. I really appreciate
you, Ian. Appreciate you, Ian.
Oh, let's see if we're any closer to penalties. They're flipping the coin. Harry Kane giving Connor Cody a hug. Shouldn't be doing that. Just drop an elbow. But look, let's see who steps up to take the first penalty. Jack, are you confident going into penalty shootout, man?
No, not any way whatsoever, because this is exactly maybe what Wolves to a degree probably would have taken, David. They would have been told, hey, you're giving penalties, or would you, take a 2-0, loss at halftime, Dave? I mean, going 2-0 down or 2-1 down at halftime, they probably would not have expected this result. So all I can say is, I really hope Tanguy is Dave. I hope Tanguy is sick to his stomach. And again, this is coming from the biggest Tanguy fan in the world. But all I can say is I really hope he's sick to his stomach after this, watching what's happened here.
Do you know what, Jack? I would have said if Lloris was in goals for the penalties, because he has 4 or 7 penalties, I would have been I would have been confident enough, But the fact with Galini, look, he's been poor some of the games, and especially the one he parried out there last week, Jack, it was poor. We haven't seen him in a penalty shootout, so that's what kind of makes me nervous. But as well, we went out to Colchester on penalty shootouts, and I don't want another one of these. Let's see what we can do. Wolves are stepping up, taking the first penalty here. I think it's Hwang.
Yep.
Hwang steps up. Let's see what Galini can do. Galini does look big in them goals, to be fair. Jeez, taking ages. Hwang runs up. Oh, Galini gets down, but just couldn't get enough on it to keep it out, and he looks very unhappy with himself. Hwang has put that one away.
Well, there you go, Dark Sun G. There you go. He got very, very lucky there.
No, 100%. Oh, Galini should have saved it. I don't believe it, Jack. Honestly, he should have saved that. He was down quick and everything else. He just didn't get anything strong to it.
I do know. I mentioned it before. I know who bought these players in. I said it was, Enoch and Levy that are responsible for the investment, and it's Steve Hitchen who's also responsible for the players. So I did say that too. Hopefully you didn't miss it.
Harry Kane steps up. John Ruddy in goals for Wolves. Let's see what Harry Kane can do. Can he keep his nerve? Please put this one away, my man. Please. I beg. Short run up from Harry Kane. Not as big as Hwang was. Harry Kane steps up. Oh, and he buries it. John Ruddy guesses the right way, but the power puts it beyond him. And it's what we come to expect from Harry Kane on the penalty spot. Let's go, Galini. This is your chance to save one again. Let's go. Oh, the power just puts it way beyond them, John Ruddy.
Impressive, very impressive. Side netting too, Dave.
No, it was absolutely beautiful. You can't hit them any sweeter than that. Oh, who's this Muppet? Podense? No.
They put in João Moutinho.
Oh, João Moutinho, he'll probably score. He's a good penalty taker. He's cool and calm and collected. But let's see what Galini can do.
Too scared to take a penalty one time.
I reckon he might go with a penalty here. I reckon he might go and chip it, Let's see if Galini can stand up long enough. He went way too early there. He showed him what way to go with it and just coolly chips it into the top corner. Galini has to stand up longer than that, Jack. When he dives that early, he's telling the player where to put it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about goalkeeping in that regard, Dave. I wasn't a goalkeeper myself, but, I haven't taken too many penalties in my lifetime myself. But at least for what we saw from that first moment, Dave, that was absolutely shocking. He didn't save that from Hwang Hee-chan. That was absolutely shocking.
Reguilon on the penalty for Tottenham. Let's see what he can do. I'm not too confident. He's taking a very long run up here. A very long run up. There's a risk he could plays this. He comfortably puts it into the top corner. Absolutely love it. Big up Sergi Reguilon. Great penalty.
Top ends as well from Sergi.
Let's see. Who's next up for Wolves? Come on, Galini. Great penalty from Reguilon. Absolutely buries it. Let's see who's up next. Please say Adama Traore is on one of them and puts it out into Wolves City Centre. It is Ruben Neves stepping up. This is going to be a tough one to save. Another cool, calm and composed customer. Come on, Galini. Please. Come on. Neves with a short run up, not really going either side of the ball. Oh, he blazes it! Come on! He absolutely balloons it.
Sergio Ramos-esque. Honestly, Sergio Ramos would be less embarrassed by that one. Honestly.
It looks like Eric Dyer was on that. Come on. All we have to do is put the rest of them away. He absolutely balloons it. Oh, my God. There must have been a Wolves fan up in the corner begging for that ball off Ruben Neves because he put it straight into his arms. Absolutely love it. Who's up for Tottenham? And it's Brian Hill Messi. Come on, kid. You scored this. This do your confidence the world of good. Come on, kid. Come on, Gil Messi. Oh, great penalty into the roof of the net.
Come on, Brian. Yes.
Gil Messi. Come on.
Who's
says this and it could be over.
The stutter as well. Oh, get in.
It's sexy. Great by Hill. Let's go. Who's next?
Come on, Galini.
Ruben Neves crying.
Come on, Galini. Come on.
Cry more, Ruben. Cry more. Let's go. Then Donker on the ball. He's already scored one. Can Galini keep this out? Come on, Galini. Save this and it's over. Come on, Galini. Save this. We score. Next one, it's over. Yes! Come on! Shocking by Den Donker. Oh, it's like a weak penalty. Oh, my God, that's shocking. Honestly, look at that. He just dribbled into Galini's hands.
He read him harder, David. He read his whole biography there. He read his whole biography.
Come on. This last one. Let's see if we can see Ben and Sim in the stand celebrating. Højbjerg. Pierre-Emil Højbjerg.
Come on, baby. Come on, Højbjerg.
Viking. Come on. I have Danish.
Come on, Højbjerg.
You score. Come on. It's similar stance to Ruben Neves. Oh, and he misses it. Saved by John Ruddy. He was a similar stance to Ruben Neves. It was a poor penalty. I don't want to see anyone take that stance. But come on, we're still in this. Wolves have missed 2. Tottenham have missed 1. And we're going into the final penalty. We're going into the 5th penalty. It's a shocking penalty. It's a 4-1.
You got to put it in the corner at least.
He's giving Wolves some hope. Who's stepping up for Wolves? Please miss this, you muppet. Please.
Looks like Connor Cody.
It's Connor Cody. Oh, please balloon this. My man, please. There's people in the cinema. Give it to them. Let's go. Mr. England, please balloon it. Please. Come on!
Himself. Galini never doubted him, Dave. We never doubted him, Dave. We never doubted him.
Oh, what a penalty shootout by Galini.
We're having carbonara tonight, Dave. We're having carbonara tonight. It's never easy with Spurs. Like I told you, William Kelly, it's never easy. It's never easy. Enoch and Levy, they make it hard for us, but it's always going to be a win at the end of the day. Come on, the Spurs. Come on, you boys.
Come on, we're true. We are true. We made it more difficult than what we needed to do. But we are true. Tottenham true to the fourth round.
Tongi, you absolute fucker. Tongi, you absolute fucker. I swear to God, why did you do this to us? You gave David and I, honestly, the doctor again is going to be like, why are you visiting in this much for the blood pressure medications? And I said, listen, Tongi just did it to us this way. Oh, Dave.
Oh, we done it. Jack, we're true. It shouldn't have been this hard. It should not have been this hard. It should have been over, done and dusted well before this. Look, Ndombele with 2 massive mistakes. Loud was back into the game. It went to penalty shootouts. But Galini was the hero, saving 2. The other one, Conor Cody, missing off the bar. I think Wolves need to go back to the training ground and sort out some penalty takers because that's absolutely horrific.
And there you go, Dark Sun G. Huang was the one that put it away. They can slate Dark Sun G. They can slate the rest of them. Huang was the only one that could really put it in for them. So there you go. There you go. There you go, Dark Sun G. Maybe the best scenario for all Korean fans out there as well. So everybody's a winner in this case as a Spurs fan, Dave.
Oh, everyone's a winner. Look, absolutely, everyone's delighted. Honestly, it's like what Ben Davies does walking around Tottenham. We've put on the balaclava, gone to the Molineux, and got out of there and robbed them on a penalty shootout. Absolutely love it. Look, great first half, shocking second half. We did have chances after it went to 2-2 to put them away. We didn't take it. It went to penalties. We done it the hard way. But the main thing is we got the win. And now we build momentum going up to the Emirates. I cannot wait. I do want to get on to talking about the late, great Harry Kane, best number 10 in world football, back on the score sheet today, captain of Tottenham Hotspur. He's got to be absolutely delighted. And, of course, tucking his penalty away like the superstar that he is. Dark Song G says at least Huang scored. Galini, great at penalties. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, look, Huang, you at least he won't get the what you were saying about the hate and everything else. He scored his penalty. So fair play to him. And Galini was brilliant for the penalty shootout. I'm not going to lie, I was nervous. I haven't seen Galini in a penalty shootout, so I didn't know what to expect. But my God, the man can go walk around rapping all he wants. He can do as many rap videos as he wants. I don't care. At the end of the day, if he's going to be saving penalties like that, he's my man. Absolutely love it. After the goal he gave away last week to Renge Jack, he's more than made up for it today. Come on, you Spurs. I'm absolutely loving life right now. What a day. Come on.
I'm so glad, honestly, as well. I mean, I would have probably, of course, I would have been happier, if all of them missed it. But if this was going to be the outcome that I knew was going to be the outcome, Dark Sun G, I'm glad it was Huang that put it away at the end of the day. I was glad that Huang did put it away. I would have asked for all of them to put, to miss it, to make our lives a bit easier, even for me not to lose my voice just now. But all I can say is, I am, if it were anybody were to put it away for Wolves, I was glad it was Hwang Hee-chan. So I'm glad, it's a bit less of a worry for you, Dark Sun G. I think he also had a great game, by the way, Dark Sun G. I will admit, I think he did actually have more of a threat than the rest of the Wolves players did in every way. So that's all I can say, Dark Sun G.
Yeah, no, big up Dark Sun G. Really appreciate the support, my man. Everyone else, feel free to get your super chats in. It jumps you straight to the top of the queue. We will get on it, and they always provide great talking points. So why not get one in and help support the channel? Make sure you are smashing that like button, guys, and make sure you're smashing that subscribe button if you're new. 165 people watching right now. 165 Spurs fans who are absolutely delighted that we got there. Look, I have to say, on the base of the whole game, I do probably think we deserve to win. But again, we do have to take things away from this. Great first half, poor second half, similar to the Chelsea game, Jack. Ndombele, there's a reason why he can't play in a deeper role. We've seen that today.
I've learned my lesson, Dave. I've learned my lesson. Even now, as much as I'm going to be still Tongi and dumb sex ball till I die, Dave, I've absolutely learned my lesson in this regard. I've actually made excuses for him in that number 8, number 6 position. And now I can't make any more excuses, Dave. This guy gave me an absolute heart attack. This guy was even making me talk to William Kelly as if, I was just blaming it all on Tongi when I know it's really Enoch and Levy. But William Kelly, all I can say is it really was Tongi. I was just in my feelings with Tongi, so hopefully you can just forgive me, William Kelly. But as well, he said, I've started the bottle of whiskey. Hopefully it's the good kind of whiskey. And also, William Kelly, maybe just message me on Twitter, especially if you're a whiskey guy. Message me on Twitter, because I did just recently go to Kentucky a while back, and David knows about it. Went to a few distilleries. You know, I could send you some videos of me, you know, doing the whiskey thief and whatnot. You know, pulling it out of the barrels and, you know, taking sips from there. So let me know what your whiskey of choice is, William Kelly on Twitter, or even in a super chat if you feel. But I've definitely had a few whiskeys in my lifetime, despite how young I am, William. So big yourself up. Also, I'm glad that we're cheersing over this. I'm very glad we're cheersing over this.
100%. Look, let me know, man. Have you ever drank the McGregor one, the proper 12? I've never touched it, haven't tasted it, but let me know if you have. I want to know.
Yeah, maybe he's an Irish whiskey man. He's not even Kentucky. Maybe he's not even a bourbon guy. Dave. He might just be an Irish whiskey guy.
Well, look, what I will say is, man, it is 7 a.m. over there where you are now. So just be careful, my man. No driving, but my God, enjoy it. Look, definitely a game that, you know, was tugging on the heartstrings there for a while. Brian C says, lads, superb commentary. Was this a case of win and learn? Won the hard way, but we need to learn to continue to play ball in the second half.
Always win and learn.
When we win, it's always win and learn, but when we lose, it's either win or learn. So I absolutely love it, my man. You gave us the great idea for all this. But look, it's definitely, we won, but there's lessons to take. And I'm going to give you my lessons, and then Jack can give the lessons to take. My lessons is like you've seen against Chelsea. Incredible first half, poor second half. Second lesson is Tanguy cannot play in a deep midfield role. He costs us too much. That was off our own doing today, letting them back in the game. Completely our own doing. Third lesson is that never ever doubt Harry Kane. He looked good today, and he took his goal very well and was building up, linking up well and build up play and everything else. Absolutely brilliant. Third lesson to learn today is Lo Celso should be nowhere near our starting 11. 2 times he gave away the ball and just disinterested. Didn't go back, track it back, and let Wolves on the attack. It's mistakes like that are costing us. Third lesson today is that we were good in penalty shootouts, and that I can now trust Galini in the penalty shootout, and I won't be nervous, and that we are well able to dispatch ours. Højbjerg was a poor penalty, but he won't do that again. So look, it's a win, but there's a lot to learn. 100% Brian C. Jack, what's your lessons to learn, my man?
My lesson learned is, I think, win and learn in this case, actually. And Brian C., it's so brilliant to finally be able to say win and learn as well. And honestly, it just gives me a bit of that jitter, Dave. It gives me a bit of that giddiness as well. You know, I know I'm a bit giddy after this. But Brian C., my win and learn is Brian Hill is an absolute baller. I never doubted him from the beginning. As you maybe saw from the other night, this man is absolute sex, like Tanguy on the ball. You know, they're unbelievable. I would say actually a win and learn as Gio by no means, I think, deserves any spot in the squad. I really do think he was unremarkable in every way, absolutely unremarkable. And I would say Tanguy, it just shows like he's able to provide a goal, and then this is the danger that he can give to us. And I will say Tanguy has a huge lesson to learn as well, huge lessons to learn. But if you're telling me that if I had to pick to put further forward, you know, any of those players as a number 10, Gio, Dele, or Tanguy, it's going to be Tanguy every time. It's just going to be Tanguy every time. We know what he can do. The way that he absolutely just shucked away that defender and just said, get out of my way. I need to put this through the keeper's legs. Just showed that the class that he has, regardless of how much he hurt us, it just showed the class that he has. Gio is really falling off a cliff for me. I would say that is maybe a bit of a lesson learned. This guy really needs to prove himself yet again. And maybe another bit of a lesson is I think we need to still continue to have much better care of the ball. We put lots of hospital passes into each other's feet. Makes it very, very difficult for us to, you know, be able to control games with the way that we're trying to pass. But also we're trying to go for very dangerous passes that are trying to open up play as well. So you could also think about it that way, Brian C. Those are my lessons, I would say. But let's continue to be able to play the same way we've been playing in the first half, in the second half. I completely agree.
Brian, what I'd say to you, I'll end this on, my man. But all aboard David Harris's express train. Jump on the back, man. We're going straight through that Emirates on Sunday. We can now look forward to it after going.
No better time to be in the positivity cult. No better time. No better time. No better time.
That's what I say. But hop on my train, my man. We're steamrolling through that Emirates. Come on, Brian. Big yourself up. William Kelly says, I'm not a whiskey guy, Jack. I love my rum. Can't get enough of it. Well, look, my favourite rum, my man, is Captain Morgan. I have to say I'm a big fan of Captain Morgan with either Fanta orange or orange juice. It's like a super split ice cream. It's absolutely delicious. It's absolutely delicious. Another drink I do like, I have to say, is Disaronno and cranberry juice, Jack. Disaronno. It tastes a bit like Christmas pudding, if anyone likes Christmas pudding, but they're very, very easy to sink, so do be careful on them. But anyone, out there, do try a Disaronno and cranberry. It is nice. But Jack, you know, do you like rum? Are you a rum guy?
Dave, as you maybe know, I'm kind of an everything guy. I do kind of like it all at this stage. I do kind of like it all. That's why I try to drink a bit more beer, because all I can say, William, is I probably couldn't control myself as much if I had spirits, available to me at all times. If I'm drinking the rum, William, it's probably just because I'm dancing with the missus, maybe going to a bit of a club or a dance bar or whatever it may be, because the rum definitely helps my moves. It kind of helps me kind of be like Tongi on the dance floor, put up a few step overs with the missus, kind of faint a few people out, I would say. I'm kind of just a rum and coke guy in that kind of state. So I'm probably just drinking something from the well, William Kelly. I'm not really too particular. If I were to pick any rum, it'd probably be from, something from the Caribbean, something from Cuba. Even I know Cubans have really good rum over there. So maybe I do something like that, but I'm actually not too picky when it comes to the rum. I'm probably just a Bacardi and Coke kind of guy, if you ask me, but I know that's probably a bit disappointing. So that's all I can say is the rum definitely helps me with my dance moves. That's all I can say.
So everyone, if you ever see Jack over at the stadium, you bring on him a night out, expect him when he's entering the dance floor to do a few step overs and then, end up in an MJ move or something like that. That's what I want to see.
I'll give you the Tongi. I'll give you my Tongi dance moves. Wolf Mallory saying, are you Bushmills or are you Powers?
Oh, we have one before that. But look, we'll do this one and then we'll go back to Dark Sun.
I think this one was right after the Brian C one.
Okay. I missed it. My bad. Yeah. Bushmills for me, man. Bushmills for me, Wolfie.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Yeah, I'm same here. Well said, Dave.
No, 100%. Wolf Maurer, what are you? You never told us. Are you Bushmills or Powers? Do let us know, my man.
Also, let me know what the Washington weather is like at the moment, Wolf Maurer. I bet it's actually not too kind. New York is starting a bit colder, but, I always like to think about the hometown, especially where the Out Loud and stuff is hanging out. That's where my family is all in Washington. So I hope you're keeping well over there.
Nah, big up. And look, if there is anybody just tuning in, I know me and Jack are extremely happy, and people might be asking themselves, why are the guys so happy? We only won on penalties, and we threw away a 2-goal lead. But what I'm going to say to you is, I'm after watching Spurs lose 2 on the trot, draw 1 out on Rennes. That should never have happened. I'm absolutely delighted we're just back to winning ways. We're through to the next round of the Cup. Sometimes you need a bit of luck, and Arsenal on Sunday with that winning feeling. And we don't know when the next win is going to come. So why not enjoy it? But look, Faz Radfar says, thank you for the watch along. Glad we won. It was needed. No, it was badly needed, my man. Badly needed. We needed that momentum. We needed a pick before going into that Arsenal game, my man. Especially if we want to steamroll through the Emirates on my train. In fact, if I ever get over there, I think I might actually start a conga through the Emirates. You know what I mean? That'd be absolutely really rub it in their faces. That'd be nice. Imagine. Well, I was going to say 50,000, but 30,000 because they can't set out the stadium. Very quiet there. Imagine 30,000 fans, watching Spurs fans conga around the Emirates. That'd be absolutely brilliant to see. But Faz Radfar, appreciate my man. Look, these watch-alongs, it's only for me and Jack to enjoy the game with each other and anyone else who wants to tune in. So big yourself up, my man.
Yeah, it's really the watch-alongs to everybody. It's just a way to sit down with David and I, crack open one, however you enjoy it. Maybe like William Kelly, crack open a bit of rum and croak, whatever it may be. That's all I can say, It's just a bit of us, just to relax with us. If you don't, because especially we know We Are Time TV, they give you the perfect, most professional, almost, I would say better, obviously better than Martin Tyler, but, just professional, game by minute, minute by minute, second by second analysis. And Dave and I are just here to kind of just be one of the lads with you guys, just be one of the boys, basically. So if that's what you're looking for, maybe just head on over here. But I would say if you're looking for that professional watch along, definitely We Are Time TV. If you're looking for that less professional watch along, I would say a bit more kind of dangerous watch along, even, a bit inappropriate watch along right over here.
I just want to say actually quickly, for anyone that didn't get to watch the game, there is highlights on Quest tonight, if anyone has that channel, of all Carabao Cup games that's happened this week. So you will be able to watch the highlights on Quest. But 100%, I echo what Jack was saying. Look, it was just, but I'm glad that people are tuning in, enjoying them. It seems to be that people are actually turning off the commentary and listening to our discussions, which is incredibly insane. So thank you guys. But Dark Sun G says Hwang was more of a threat than Adama, to be honest. He actually was, Adama looked for the first 10, 15 minutes, he looked lively, but after that, honestly, Adama turned into, Usain Bolt. Exactly. And it's exactly what I keep telling people. This guy, he can do all he wants with all the step overs. Pay Usain Bolt to do the same thing. He can do all the step overs and show you pace if you want. But end product, it's not there. It's like taking your girl all the way, you know, to the point where she's about to orgasm, and then you just pull out and say, not tonight, and walk away. You know what I mean? You just can't do it. You just can't do it. It's like that's what he does to the fans. He gets them so excited. They're about to think they're about to see something amazing. They end up throwing their points up in the air too early, and then he ends up ballooning it into one of them, you know, and sucker punches him in the face as a result. But big up. Look, Juan, I actually have to say, I actually thought he had a very decent game. I thought he caused a lot of problems. His pace definitely caused a lot of problems. So big up, Dark Sun G.
Definitely big up Dark Sun G. I completely agree. I do think he was absolutely. I think he actually had a very good game, Wang Hee-chan. He actually caused us lots of problems, I would say. Despite us, I would say, giving them absolute two gifts of goals.
Yeah.
I still think he really did have a good time. I mean, again, Dark Sun G, if anybody didn't know this guy has pace, I mean, this guy was making, Davinson Sanchez, sweat, about his pace. He's probably making Davinson Sanchez a bit nervous with how pacey that guy is. So it just speaks to, I hope Wang Hee-chan has a good Premier League career. I really hope he does.
No, 100%. I couldn't agree more. William Kelly with the super chat says, Captain Morgan all the way. Top man, Dave. Yeah, no, look, us Irish, we know where the good one is. We know.
Two captain men. Absolutely. Hopefully, William Kelly, maybe you just pour yourself a bit of a heavy hand, maybe on this one, bit of a heavy hand on your pour today. Now that you can celebrate, it's not as much, to drown in your feelings, William Kelly. It's just this time to celebrate. So hopefully it's a heavy hand that you're pouring with. And then as well, hopefully you have that captain's armband as well while you're drinking it. Hopefully you have that captain's armband as well.
No, look, as well, let me know what you mix it with, my man. Are you one of these, just on the rocks, or do you mix it with, like me, to get with that orange, to get that, like, super split ice?
Wolf Mauler saying Mount Gay. I know you guys don't have that, just quickly. You don't need to highlight it, but Mount Gay, Wolf Mauler, that's what my mother drinks, actually. She absolutely loves that stuff. So seems like the Harris Army is a bit of a rum drinking, kind of family. So that's very, 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 very interesting.
How are we talking about drink? It's madness. I love this
fans, Dave. This is, again, the positivity cult. We're all absolutely in ecstasy. We're all celebrating. I mean, people are thinking, like, why are there so many guys with Spurs fans? It's just a 2-2 penalty win. And it's like, listen, we're in absolute ecstasy at the moment. We're in absolute ecstasy.
This is what I love about the Harris Army. You never know which way they're going to take the show, but I absolutely love it. But my man, William, genuinely, how's life down under? Let me know how you're getting on, my man. Are you homesick?
Legend.
Anything like that. But let me know how you're getting on, my man. We may start getting through some of these super chats before we lose them. The Smasher says, oh my God, I can actually sleep well after a Spurs game. 100%, man. 100%, the Smasher. We can go to bed happy now. I can count sheep in my sleep rather than counting how many times Levy appears across my eyes. So I'm absolutely delighted. I'll definitely be sheep counting tonight anyway, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I would say the Smasher, maybe I might just be crazy, with how much sleep sometimes I get, being a Spurs fan. Probably there needs to be a study on me because they're thinking, like, how does this guy fall asleep with the torture that he's gone through? I don't really know. Maybe there should be a study on me. That's all I can say, the Smasher, in that regard. But big yourself up. Maybe this was the attacking football that you're looking for, the Smasher. Hopefully this is the attacking football that you were looking for. Obviously that second half, maybe wasn't what we all wanted it to be, but maybe this is the attacking football that you're looking for sure, the Smasher. Big yourself up.
No, 100%. Big up the Smasher. You need to stop watching that Glimp team or whatever it is. And, this is the attacking football we want. But big up, my man. Big yourself up. Dark Sun G says, Man United lost to West Ham. So please, West Ham versus City draw. Absolutely delighted.
That's lost.
That's one of them gone. Look, am I surprised? No, not really. Look, you have only gone a shoe shiner in charge. Honestly, Jack, he wouldn't lead a piss up in a brewery, my man. Honestly, he's absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, he wouldn't get you laid in a bottle, Jack. The guy is absolutely a calamity. So, look, I'm absolutely delighted, that United have gone out. That's one big dog. Hopefully, in fact, Dark Song G, I would say hopefully Chelsea and City in the next round. Let one of them take each other out. That'll be absolutely superb, my man. But big up, Dark Song G, and thanks for keeping me updated. You're making my night even better.
Dark Sun G, again, he only makes the night even better as well. I would say, honestly, unbelievable. This is unbelievable to see Man United lose in this way. I thought Dark Sun G, a bit of an anecdote. I was leaving a bar, about to watch the Bayern-Barcelona game on that, night off I took the other night with the outlad. He and I were going to watch Bayern and Barcelona. And I was watching all these Man United fans walking past me, with their head down, head buried in their phone or whatnot, getting ready to find what train they're taking home, on the long way home. And I was thinking I said to the outlad, I was like, why do they look so sad? They just played young boys. And then I looked at the score, and so it must be exactly what you're talking about. They must be absolutely they're in tears. They're in tears, Dark Sunji. It's brilliant to see.
Absolutely love it. Big up Dark Sunji, my man. Brian C says # penalty shootout bounce. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely love it, Brian. That's what I want to hear. The positivity
Brian C.
went and truly in full effect today, all the way through to the Arsenal game. No one's going to take me off this joint. Absolutely love it, Brian C. Look, it's all we wanted was to get through the next round and, you know, roll on the Emirates, give us something, some momentum, some winning feeling going into it. What more do we want, Brian C? Hashtag penalty shootout bounce. My man, absolutely love it. Jack, I think we might have to start calling Brian C the voice of reason and come up with a new name for you.
Oh, he's a philosopher, Dave. He's the philosopher, maybe. Maybe we'll just call him the philosopher, the Harris Army. Dave. He's the philosopher. Brian C, you're the philosopher. You're the voice of reason, like David. Even the voice of reason is almost a discredit to you, I would say. Brian C, I think you're actually the philosopher, the Harris Army. So do let me know if you're all right with that, Brian C, if we do start calling you that. Might just start calling you by certain Greek names, you know, maybe start calling you, like, Socrates or whatnot.
Sorry, Jack. We've got Burnley away in the next round of the Cup. Burnley away, so that should be an easy game. We should get through that handsomely. So happy days. I'm absolutely delighted with that. Everyone, let me know if you're delighted with that draw in the chat. But sorry, Jack, take it back away.
No, Brian C, just let me know if you're all right with being called, the philosopher. Maybe I might throw a few philosopher names at you from time to time. Maybe you're a Kierkegaard, maybe you're more of a Socrates. Do let me know. Maybe you're actually a bit of a de Tocqueville or whatnot, or even, maybe a Sartre. Obviously I may be getting over people's head at this rate. So do let me know if you're all right with philosopher.
Nah, big up, Brian C, my man. Really appreciate it. Guys, there's 207 in the house right now. Make sure everyone is smashing that like button, guys. Make sure everyone is smashing that subscribe button. Honestly, you won't regret it. This energy is 365 days a week. Or a year, my man. Sorry, not a week. That'd be a very long week. But
anytime we win, this is the channel to join. You're not going to see any more men in greater ecstasy than us, Dave.
Yeah, when we win, we're in ecstasy. When we lose, we're just angry. But there's also 100% energy, guys. So make sure you do smash that subscribe button. You will not regret it. Also, everyone, get out and check out, our sister channel. The main man on that is, of course, your guy here beside me, Jack from the flatcapeurotalk. So that's the flatcapeurotalk, guys. Get over there. Make sure you are smashing the subscribe button on there too. We will be doing a watch along for anyone that does like to watch football, or that maybe have a bit of jitters before the North London Derby. Come and join us for the Dortmund Mönchengladbach game on Saturday. Of course, it's your home for everything, all European football, guys. Weekend watch lists, scout reports on players that Spurs have been linked with. Anything you need to know on any sort of player, it's your home. So make sure you get over and check that out. And guys, the chat is absolutely hopping. Struggling to keep up. I'll be honest with you guys. I know not everybody's in a position. I will try and bring everyone's comment up as I can. But guys, if you want to skip the queue, you want to give me and Jack a talking point, or even you just want to help support us, get your super chats in, guys, and we will skip the queue and get straight to it. But Jack Coover 99 says we're on a one streak. Arsenal will be shitting it. No, 100% it goes to win. Odegaard and Lacazette, Kieran Tiny, they're all going to go hiding around the Emirates. Honestly, I gave Jack my nicknames for this weekend. There's some incredible ones in there. Emil Smith can't row a boat down the stream. There's loads of them, guys. I cannot wait for this game. I'm absolutely buzzing and pumping. I was already getting ahead of myself. Jack was saying, no, look, Dave, we need to get today over and done with before you can start coming out with them. So here we are, guys. Today's over and done with. We're through. And now we're rolling on to Lacazette. Sack of shit, Kieran Tiny, Colgate White. There's more. There's absolutely more to come, guys. Absolutely can't wait. But they should be shitting it, Kuva. They should be shitting it. Look, I'm not going into this rolling over and pansying to them. I've seen too many people do it in the past. Oh, yeah, it's Arsenal, this, that, and the other. I couldn't care less. I'm fronting it this week. I'll take the pie on the face after, and I'll just deal with the gooners after. But until then, you best believe I'm out with my chest, my man. But big up, Kuva. Really appreciate the super chat. Wolf Mauler says, we may crack on. Jeez, we're way behind. Wolf Mauler says, Bushmills, oi, it's Maboon. Actually, Jack, I'll let you take this. I haven't a clue what he's talking about, to be honest. And
I don't even know what he's talking about as well. He's way over ahead. David, he knows what he's talking about. Wolf Mauler, like I said, the Harris Army, Dave, they're very intelligent. When it comes to the philosophy, when it comes to Spurs, even when it comes to, the liquor and whatnot, even the beers and everything, they know what they're talking about, Dave. They can hold themselves in any room, the Harris Army, whatever it needs, getting a bill passed in Congress to I guess talking about, spirits and whatnot. They know how to hold themselves. That's all I can say. Wolf Mauler, I don't really know what you mean in the beginning, but all I can say is you can't see the sky in Polsbo. Yeah, that's very common in Washington region. It's kind of like Ireland. It's just constant grayness. But I will say that's kind of what I do love about it. It's kind of that beauty, I would say. It's, just constant gray horizon with beautiful greenery from behind you. So Wolf Mauler, I actually really do agree. I think, Polsbo, it's a beautiful part. I know Wolf, just get back to me maybe quickly. You don't have to do it in a super chat unless you're feeling like it, unless you're that generous. You are an absolute legend. But I'm pretty sure Polsbo is a very Norwegian town of some sort, like, or has some sort of Norse history. So do let me know if that's correct. And also, glad to see you're enjoying it with a bit of home brew and some barbecue. That sounds absolutely delicious. Yeah. Absolutely delicious. Maybe let me know what you're having with that barbecue. A burger. I know Tongi would like a burger as well. So maybe save one for him.
No, big up, 100%. Big up, Wolfie Mauler. Hope you're enjoying yourself, my man. Dark Sun G says, when my wish came true, Southampton versus Chelsea, please, Southampton win. Chelsea away to Southampton. I'll be honest, it'll be a big ask. Hopefully, Chelsea go with a reserve 11. They could probably afford to do a reserve 11, to be honest with you. And then look, Southampton put their full team out because they're not going to do anything else, so may as well make a stab at the cup and we get them knocked out. But big up, Dark Sun G. Let me know what other draws in there you're excited for, my man. But big yourself up. Really appreciate the support. What a legend, Jack. He just keeps us updated. He's the man. Big up, Dark Sun G.
He's the guy that I report to, even though I report to you as well, Dave. I mean, it's then we report to Dark Sun G after at this rate. He's just, honestly, he's the guy that we also double fact check with. Honestly, Dark Sun G, legend.
What a man. Tim Man 007 says, remember what I said last night, guys? We would beat Wolves and then spank the Gooners on Sunday. Hope Brian Hill plays. Really like him. Come on. I'm going to take the first part, and then I'll let Jack take the Brian Hill part. Jack is the man that's come with the plan, and he's got the stats. Look, for me, I agree with you. I'm delighted you said it. It's come true, my man. Big up, Tim, man. Big yourself up. It's come true. We're into the next round. We've got the Ginger Homer Simpson at Burnley. So we should absolutely, honestly, that should be an easy one. 4th round. You know, a cheeky Tuesday, Wednesday night, get a cheeky Nando's on the way home. Job done. Absolutely love it. Then you look, you got the Gooners. Look, honestly, from what I've heard in the video that dropped a while ago, I think they might be spanking each other. I'll be honest with you, Tim Man 007. As far as I'm aware, I think they might be spanking each other in that dressing room. But look, we're absolutely going to destroy them. I can't look with the Gunners, right? Yeah, it's going to be a tight game, this and all that sort of jazz, whatever. I don't care. Look, like I said, lack of threat. Emil Smith can't robot. Sack of shit. Kieran Tiny. Colgate White. Who else have we got there? Thomas, the tank engine that's broke down in Thomas Party. You know what I mean? There's loads of them. A Boomer bust, mainly bust. You know what I mean? We're going to have to roll them. I can't wait. Bring them on. Let them spank each other, and then maybe if they can handle it, we can spank them after. But Jack, Brian Hill, he really likes them. So do I.
Oh, I mean, Tim, man, like I said, he's probably, hopefully, what maybe we've always wanted Tongi to be, that hardworking man, but also knows how to skin a man. I mean, Brian Hill, you don't have to tell him. He knows how to skin a player. There's more than one way to skin a player. You don't have to tell Brian Hill that. He knows how to do it in multiple ways. He practically is just sitting there, just licking his lips at some of the open legs that he's looking at. He seems like times he's even taking mercy on players, Tin Man. Again, I'll even repeat some of the stats probably for you in case you wanted to hear them. Yeah, I think last season with Ibar, he skinned over 3.08 men in a match. And that's not just dribbles attempted or dribbles completed. That literally is players dribbled past 3.08 per 90. That just shows the guy skins people for a living. It's what he's practically paid to do. As well, he'll also match that, Dave, with the 4 crosses into the box per match. And then on top of that, he averages as well almost more dribbles into the box or into the opposing 18 than any other player. The guy is just direct. He just knows how to be direct, knows how to be aggressive. Tim Man 007, I'm falling in love with him. And come on, you Spurs. Big yourself up.
Come on, you Spurs. Big up, Tim Man. Honestly, couldn't get any more expert analysis than that off Jacko. Honestly, you won't find any better anywhere else, my man. And look, I'm a believer. I always have been. I think this guy looks like Modric from the very first time I set my eyes on him. Yeah, from the very first time I set my eyes on him, I knew he was going to be the one. I've been looking for that Modric replacement. This kid will be the guy. Give him time. He's going to be the guy, honestly. And you can all come back and thank me because, you can say, Dave, how'd you see that like 4 years ago? I'll just say, because I'm a believer. But look, Jerome, he says, do you guys think Tanguy was fouled for the second goal? But for me, it was a fair challenge and Tanguy was just tired, which is bringing his game down. Honestly, look, it's like last week. Endon Baller first half, Ronald McDonald second half. It's like at halftime, they go and get him the McDonald's suit, put it on him, send him out there with the wig. Look, it came down to tiredness. Look, I'm a big guy myself. You know what I mean? I play football. And sometimes when you're tired like that, rather than just do the easy thing, which is not take 7 touches on the ball, either go back to the race or punt it long, get rid of it. There's 3 players around you. If they take it off you, it's 2-on-3. And look, under the challenge, he's that tired, he just went down. It's that simple. No free kick whatsoever about it. As soon as I looked at it, I knew it wasn't a free kick. At the end of the day, he needs to do 10 times better than that. And look, it's no more excuse that he's just bollocks. I couldn't care less. At the end of the day, he's paid 200 grand a week. 200 grand a week. He shouldn't be tired after 45 minutes. It's that simple. It is that simple. Look, I do think we have to, not unfortunately, look, he has a lot of talent. I do think we could fit him into the team if you played a Højbjerg and skip behind him and let him go forward to keep him up there. I think that would work. But I think today we learned we cannot play him in that deeper role. He cost us 2 goals today. The first one, he's putting his foot up in the air in the penalty area, which, may I add, if he caught someone, that was a straight-out penalty. Yep. But what's he doing? The ball's at head height. Why is he trying to put his foot up? Go meet it with your head. He doesn't do it. Yeah. Second goal, just a disaster. But Jack, look, what do you want to say to Jerome?
Jerome, I think you actually said, especially with the amount of characters that you were allowed as well, Jerome. I mean, honestly, the amount of times that David and I have been trying to explain, in different ways how Tanguy hurt us today, you put it in the most perfect way, Jerome. You put it in the most perfect way. Really big yourself up, I would say. And as much as it pains me to talk about this continually with Tanguy, the guy practically stabbed me in the back the way he was playing, at that rate in the second half. He really was. It was just painful. Dendoncker, think about the distance that he finished even that from as well. Like Dendoncker practically finished that header from outside the box. It's just really is shocking. Really is shocking. And as well, like David said, probably would have been a penalty even if he hit it with his foot, because you're not supposed to be lifting your foot at that height when you're supposed to be hitting with your head. It almost seemed like he was scared of getting the crayon, off of his head or something like that. He didn't want to wipe it off. So again, Miley Cyrus, I think, would even be disappointed with that sort of defending. So Jerome, I think really well said. And again, I don't think it was a foul. I think that was a very good challenge by Hwang Hee-chan, in my opinion.
Nah, big up, Jerome. Really appreciate the super chat, my man. Well, absolute legend. Great super chat, my man. Really appreciate it. Tottenham Tantrum says, great stream, guys. You guys are such a great help to us all. This win tonight should give us a massive uplift for Sunday. We are on the busting train. 100%, my man. Look, first of all, we receive a lot of messages saying we're great help to people and everything else. And look, look, if anyone ever does need us for absolutely anything, it doesn't matter what it is. My emails are always open. My Twitter is always open, guys. Do get in contact. Everything's in the description below. No matter how big or how small, we'll always be here to help people. And look, I'm just so glad. Honestly, when I started this, I just wanted to get my opinion out there. I didn't realize we could touch so many people the way we have. And it's absolutely outstanding. Big up, Dermot. Really appreciate that. And of course, man, look, you need to be right behind me, directing me where to go. Look, maybe we could even stop the train in the middle of the Emirates and go around and do the conga. That would be absolutely brilliant. I'm dying to do a conga in the Emirates after a win. But big up, Dermot, my man. Really appreciate the support. And roll on Sunday.
Come on, we're on the freight train all the way through the Emirates. We're going through the Emirates. That's the thing. We're not even making a stop there. We're going straight through it. There are no stops there. No reason to make a stop there in Woolwich. That's all I can say. Tottenham Tantrum, absolute legend. Big yourself up, Dermot.
What a legend.
My brother as well, Dermot. Big yourself up.
Yeah, big up, my man. Big up. Dark Sun G says West Ham versus City draw actually happened. Go Hammers. Come on, West Ham at home, swell City and Chelsea win, 4th round. Hopefully the two of them can go. And then it's left open for Tottenham Hotspur to go all the way through the final, all the way to Wembley. But instead of just participating at Wembley, we can actually go all the way up the stairs and lift it as well. What more do we want? This is wide open. All we have to do is, feed Ginger Homer Simpson some root beer or Duff beer, whatever it is he drinks, and, get him out the way and beat Burnley. And we're well on our way. Dark Sun G, really appreciate you keeping us updated on the draws and everything else, my man. It's a massive.
All I hope is Souček will be too much for them to handle. Dark Sun G, maybe just that Czech forehead will be too much for them to handle. Especially I know Man City actually do kind of struggle against taller players in the box as well. So I hope Souček has an absolute worldie against them. I'm not going to say ever come on the Hammers. Practically just said it there. So maybe I am a bit of a hypocrite, but. All I can say, Dark Sun G, Souček, that is a player that I do always rate on that team, and I just hope he has an absolute worldie against them.
100%. And he also says Leeds versus the Gunners look like Gunners are eliminated. Yeah, look, I hope so. Look, Leeds haven't exactly.
Bielsa versus the Cone, Dave. Bielsa versus the Cone manager.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. I can't wait. Look, Leeds haven't started off great, but hopefully they do come into form, and hopefully the Gunners do get eliminated. But look, even if they don't, honestly, I don't consider them a big team. It's like going away to Burnley and beating them, So honestly, it doesn't matter. Keep them in as long as possible because we know if we get them, it's a handy win. Brian C says, Harris Army and the Philosopher's Stone. Absolutely love it. The Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Harris Army and the Philosopher's Stone. Absolutely love it, my man. Much to do and patience needed, but we will have our day. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. Jack, he's absolutely loving being called the philosopher. He's sitting at home reveling in it now. He's probably sitting at home on his phone with the earphones in. His missus is watching TV, sitting there giggling, and she's there telling him to shut up. Absolutely love it. Big up, Brian C., my man. Jack, what would you want to say to him?
All I can say, Brian C., if you didn't know, actually, the American version of that first Harry Potter book is not actually even called that. It's called the Sorcerer's Stone, not the Philosopher's Stone. Because I'm pretty sure in the British version of the first Harry Potter, it's called the Philosopher's Stone, if I'm not mistaken. So do correct me if I'm wrong there. And so I think that is much more of a compliment to you, Brian C. I would never call you the sorcerer. I think you're actually more of a philosopher, in my opinion. I think David is more of a sorcerer, in my opinion. You're the philosopher. And then I'll try to find my own kind of magical role in the trio of you two. So that's all I can say. You're an absolute legend, Brian C. Maybe do let me know which philosopher you're all right with being called. Maybe you're more of a Jean-Paul Sartre, a Kierkegaard. Maybe you're more of a, like I said, Alexander de Tocqueville. Maybe you're more of just, maybe like a Socrates. Maybe I think there's a Thersimachus as well. There are plenty out there that I could mention. So do let me know maybe which philosopher you would like me to call you, or if you just want me to call you Brian C. the philosopher.
Yeah, Brian C. the philosopher. It has to be Brian C. the philosopher. Andrew Sparshot says, David Harris in the Chamber of Secrets. Love it. We have Nicholas Griffin. I love this comment. He says, good show from a Leeds United fan who subscribed after last week's appearance on Joe's show. He says, by David, don't throw stuff at me, Spurs fans. I'm a football lover. No, I definitely won't. Look, all football.
Especially Leeds fans at the end of the day, Dave. I mean, as much as, Leeds fans, they know their football, especially considering what all they've had to go through. Maybe a bit similar to Spurs fans, what they've had to go through. We're all kind of sit in our own pain. We sit in our corners, and honestly, glad you joined us. Really glad you can join us. And hopefully the Harris Army can give you a warm welcome.
No, 100%. Absolutely love it. But big up, my man. Really appreciate that comment. Jerome with the super chat says we need to put Højbjerg and Skippy behind him and let him play in Ali's position against the scum. When he gets tired, just bring on Dele. Well, Jack, look, you're the Tanguy specialist. He's your special subject, so I'll let you take it away.
I think probably having Højbjerg and Skippy behind it would definitely be a bit of pretty good damage control, in my opinion, Jerome. Be really good damage control for what Tanguy probably caused us earlier. Again, he was absolutely sensational in that first half. Absolutely sensational. And then he faded out of the game. And I think that's what happens is he actually becomes too defensively responsible, for maybe some of the mistakes that either he has made this last match or the mistakes that even other players made. But that's kind of the role of being a number 8. That's the role of being a number 6. You have to realize you have to get stuck in. You have to be able to eliminate, the threats. You have to be a damage control kind of, player. And Højbjerg and Skippy are fully aware of that. They know David, they almost lick their lips at getting stuck in at times. They love to get stuck in. And Tanguy in that case is not really one of them players. So all I can say is having Skippy and Højbjerg in front of somebody like Tanguy is the recipe that I've been looking for a very long time. Especially, I think Tanguy and Harry Kane actually, I do think work really well together. Especially if you had Sonny, and then maybe on top of that, hopefully a Brian Hill Messi in the future. I mean, that is absolutely sex up top. I mean, a front four like that, the intelligence, Dave, of those four would be unbelievable. The intelligence of those four would be unbelievable.
It would be, but look, do you know what? I'm actually going to nickname him Huff and Puff from now on. A new nickname for Ndombele, Huff and Puff, because, look, for me, we clearly see I know we see him make some tracking backs and some runs, right? But he doesn't have the fitness to do it. Right. So it's simple as that. You just have to get 2 hard-working midfielders who's going to constantly turn over the ball for him, in behind him, and then as soon as you get the ball, look to give it to him. And just say to him, look, we're giving you this role. Yeah. We're giving you this free roll. So when they do turn it over, we don't want you standing in the position where you can't get it. Because we're giving you this free roll, all you have to do is move side to side, get yourself in the position to pick it up. He picks it up. Harry Kane is through. Son on one side, Lucas and Bergwijn down the other. We're clean through. So look, I actually think, look, it's definitely a position. It's definitely something maybe a manager could look at. Because look, you look at other teams, right? Like, every great team always has a renegade in it, and the renegade is usually the creative player, and they need to be a bit of a renegade because they have to be a crazy fucker to be able to be as creative as they are. I do believe that a lot of smart people and a lot of creative people, they're all nuts. And look, for me, you have to allow him to to beat him and put the hard-working players in around him to get the very best out of him. So let's see if we can do that. Let's take a few more comments, guys. Everyone, make sure you are smashing that like button. Make sure you are smashing that subscribe button as well, guys. And make sure you keep getting in the super chats, guys. It is a great way to help support me and Jack.
Thanks for sticking with us, Anushka. Really, thank you for sticking with us. Absolute legend. Also, again, really glad that you've been sticking with us in the Harris Army as well as Anushka. And also,
it's been incredible support today,
one
Jack.
of the most beautiful names in the Harris Army. And there are a lot of beautiful names in the Harris Army, I will admit. And she's one of the most beautiful ones in terms of the just a beautiful name, Anushka. Really pick yourself up. Also,
let us know where the name is from. Let us know where it's from.
She's in North London somewhere. She must, or maybe she moved recently out of North London is what she's talking about. She's somewhere, maybe Edmonton is what she said. Sorry to bring that up. You probably didn't want to hear me say that. Maybe it's Anushka, so maybe that's a bit more personal. So I apologize. But Anushka, real legend, Anushka.
Jack giving out addresses, love it. Brian C says, "I'll take Socrates, lad.
Yeah,
as he was a baller as well from Brazil in the first World Cup. I can remember as a young lad. Big up you two. You are the magicians, not me. You lads are flying it. No, look, Socrates. So that's what we're going to call you. Do you want to be called Brian Socrates or just Socrates? Let me know because we have to get this right. But look, my man, absolute pearl of wisdom all the time. A massive inspiration. In fact, gave us the idea for the Winner Learns. And, absolutely love it. And big yourself up, my man. You're a top man. Absolute legend. So Socrates it is, but is it Socrates Brian Socrates, or just Socrates? My old lad talks about that player as well. He was saying he was absolutely great.
Unbelievable player. I've only saw one World Cup match by him, but yeah, unbelievable player. Chris.
She says, I don't mind. Funny enough, my parents found my name in the newspaper and liked it. Fair enough.
There you go. I would say also your surname as well, Ramshunder, is also a very beautiful last name or a very beautiful surname as well. So just a good name in general. That's all I can say. And also, I think I'm glad that we're able to pronounce it at least a bit better this time as well. It just, it rolls off the tongue as well.
No, 100%. Big yourself up. Jerry says, I've missed today's match. Had a huge job interview. Nice to discover the result. Well, my man, I hope you get the job. No better man for the job than Jerry. So if the people that are interviewing are on perhaps watching, probably not. But if you are, give Jerry the job. He's a top man. Big yourself up, Jerry.
Hopefully you put member of the Harris Army even in your resume. I know probably, Jerry, your resume is probably plenty built out, that you don't need to put that in there. It's probably actually even maybe a hindrance to the resume. But all I can say is that you need that bit of extra, push, that thing to get you ahead of the rest of the resumes. Just say a member of the Harris Army, and then then they already know that you're somebody to be trusted. Because, David, I could trust the Harris Army with my life. I could trust them with my life, and that's all I can say. And so, Jerry, big yourself up. Maybe next time, just do a little Harris Army in the resume.
No, 100%. Yeah. What's your hobbies? Hashtag Harris Army. That'd be absolutely brilliant to see people start going for job interviews with hashtag Harris Army all over it. That would be absolutely hilarious. But look, Jack, will we keep going for another 5 minutes or do you think maybe...
Let us know, Harris Army. Let us know, Harris Army. What would you like us? We only have maybe a few more minutes, unless maybe there's something they want us to talk about. Really hope they enjoyed this watch along as well. If you're looking maybe it's not going to be the same intensity, especially on some of the celebrations, I will say, as maybe you saw today. But if you're looking again for another watch along this Saturday over at flatcapeurotalk right there, as it says right there, you will find David and I will be doing it on Saturday. Then, the night before, the match against the Scum, we'll be doing a bit of a Borussia Dortmund versus Borussia Mönchengladbach watch along him. David and I will be kind of just oohing and ahhing over Haaland, probably talking about that mentality, that grit, all those things that we've been asking for Spurs players to show, from Haaland. That's all I can say. So please, if you're looking for another watch along, please subscribe over to flatcapeurotalk, and then you'll find that watch along on Saturday. Just watch the Borussia Dortmund, Borussia Mönchengladbach game with us.
No, 100%. Look, I'm just going to check the subscribers on the channel. Let's see what we have on the Flat Cap Your Talk, guys. We're on 296. Let's break the 300, guys. Let's get 4 people over there. Smash the subscribe on Flat Cap Your Talk. Let's get to the 300, guys. Come on, we can definitely do it. Jack will put the link in here as well. Zanuska says, my family is from Mauritius. So that's where my surname comes from. Thank you for complimenting my name. I love watching you both tonight, David and Jack. No, look, Mauritius, Jack. Where's Mauritius?
I'm actually not too sure, actually. So maybe that's a bit embarrassing for us, Dave. So I'm actually going to remind myself.
Well, I'm not a geography teacher, so it's not embarrassing.
I know it's somewhere in Africa. It's in East Africa, Dave. It's in East Africa. Oh, that's why I didn't know it. It's actually an island in East Africa, Dave. So it must be off maybe the coast of maybe Somalia, I'm assuming. Let me just check. It's off the coast of Madagascar. Wow, that looks like a beautiful place. That looks like a beautiful place. I knew it was definitely, yeah, that is beautiful, Dave. That's off the coast. It's off the coast of Madagascar, east of Madagascar. Sounds like an absolutely beautiful place. I mean, it sounds unbelievable. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's maybe something that's actually maybe I'm hyping up too much, but it sounds beautiful. It looks beautiful as well, just from the Google images.
Name as well, I have to say.
It's a beautiful country from the Google images. That's all I can say. And yeah, it's in East Africa. It's off the coast of Madagascar to the east of that. Wow. Sounds actually wonderful.
There you are. Look, every day is a learning day. You learn something new every day. Guys, we are 3 subscribers off getting to 300 on flatcapeurotalk. The Harris Army, you're the ones that can make it happen. Type in flatcapeurotalk on YouTube. It's a white banner with purple. You see the flat cap and the football. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. We're not ending until we get to the 300, guys. So let's get it done. Dark Sun G, he wants scout reports on Kang and Lee and He Chang Huang from yourself, Jack. So big yourself up.
I think so far I can definitely Dark Sun G, especially for you. I can put maybe, let me know which one you would like first. Maybe I can do the Huang He Chan and the Lee Kang In together. And then after that, I think I have a Musa Diaby scout report that I have to do. So, let me know, Harris Army, especially if you're going to subscribe to that channel. All I can say is, it's definitely going to be the one that you need to give me your scout reports for, your match reports for, whatever you need. Definitely check it out, especially for that reason.
Well, look,
so all I can say, if you want to, yes, Dave.
No, I'm just saying the link is here, guys. Please get over there and smash that subscribe button. 3 more people. 3 more people.
I would say, especially, if you need those scout reports, on certain players that we missed out on, I can give you the Musa Diaby, Lee Kang In, and it sounds like Huang He Chan. I would love to give a bit of a scout report on. Especially, I would say my Kim Min Jae. It was very, very hard to do the scout report for that. He's only played, in kind of a more top-level football for only so long. I will do a bit of an update on that one. So please head on over there if you're looking for the scout reports. It's going to be a new series of mine. Really would appreciate it, everybody. Really would appreciate it as well. If you also want to see another watch along, again, if you want to see us talk about Haaland, if you want to see us just maybe watch a bit of, kind of that Bundesliga, watch alongs, I do like myself some Bundesliga outside of the Premier League. Definitely head on over there. Really would appreciate it.
100%. Like I said, it's hard. The link is here in the chat. All you have to do is smash that subscribe, guys. Dark Song G21 says no easy pass near the team equals victory. Nuno good for not for using Reggie for the penalties. Look, I said it. I didn't look. I knew we'd have to play with one of them probably, and I did say yesterday Ben Davies probably be the one, but you can't play Doherty, Winks, and Ben Davies in the same team. And today proved that we got the win, and I'm happy out. And yeah, it was good. Nuno bringing Reggie on for the penalties. He must be seeing him, dispatch some serious penalties in training to get him on to do it, and I absolutely love it, Dark Sun G. But big yourself up, my man. What an absolute legend. What a legend. Let's see if we're any closer to the 300. We're stuck on 298. We just need 2 more, guys. If 2 more could absolutely love it. We have a subscriber here already. Absolutely love it from Dtrex Kane. Guys, we just need 2 more to make Jack stay, just to get over to the 300.
Everybody. Also, thank you for tuning in for the watch along, everybody. Really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. Especially as well. Also, David and I will be coming out with our Instagrams very soon, in case you like to be on Instagram and watch some of the videos there, so you don't have to maybe, leave between apps or anything. That's also, just to make it a bit easier on you guys to be able to continue watching the Harris Army content as well as the Flat Cap Army content. We really would appreciate it.
No, we really would.
Let's hit 300, Dave. Really,
yeah, we've hit the 300. We've hit the 300. Big congrats to you, Jack, hitting the 300 mark. Big thank you to the Harris Army. We absolutely love it. Really, really appreciate it.
Appreciate everybody. Legends. Really appreciate it.
No, absolute legends. Look, we're not going to bore you any longer. We're not going to keep you any longer. The class is dismissed. Thank you to everybody who's gone over to Flat Cap Talk and smashed that subscribe. Over 300. 400 is next. Let's see how quickly we can do it. Everyone spread the word of the Flat Cap Talk. A massive thank you to you, the Harris Army, the Flat Cap Army, and the Dave Army for tuning in today. Really, really appreciate it, guys. And incredible numbers on the watch along today. Great numbers. It was great. It was great to enjoy the game with all you guys as well. Incredible support on the super chats as well. Badly needed. Every YouTuber, that doesn't have a sponsorship do rely on super chats to help improve things, better equipment, better content, and everything else. So it's absolutely vital, and I really appreciate you guys. Absolutely,
Legends.
Really appreciate it. And look, we're through to the 4th round. We've got Burnley away. Should see us on to the 5th round. But guys, tomorrow we will have We Are Tottenham TV on the channel. They did say Thursday. I just have to find out a time. But we'll be live no matter what time of the day it is at. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We'll be getting their thoughts ahead of the Arsenal game and ahead of going into this big, massive North London derby weekend. Harris Army, as always, it's been a good one. Win or you learn. In Nuno we trust. But ultimately, come on, you Spurs, the greatest club.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Get at the boys.